Yeah, those are messed up, no. Bad news, it's to beat your home, nigga. Yeah. Go on, get on his ass real quick one time. 144, bitch.
They said you get on, you gon' represent, I said of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, me whole guard. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan, I go the fuck. You gon' ride, yeah, of course, get it lit up like a torch. You either low or this low, so that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that, I swear I'm to our core. Wait up, let me make a call right quick, I'ma start another war. I was hurting when she left, but I don't care about anymore. I need a Selena like my Nina Puffer bar. Took a Zach, watch the dark. Matter of fact, like the dark. Any problem, let them come. We gon' snatch they soul like Shang Tsung. Put them out of service, keep them tools like Miss Harvey. Try to hope it's way too late. I'm headed straight to the safe. Throw that one up like a trophy. I'm that nigga, ain't no debate. Throw them boys, we taking over. Call them up like set the day. This shit a piece of cake. Yeah, my bitches came from Whole Foods. Told them put on that top 3. Then bring me my house shoes. Don't make excuses, make moves. I'm grateful, gotta show them U.P.K rules. I'm making hits like I can't lose. They said you get on, you gon' represent. I said of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, me whole guard. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the fart. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You even low or this low. That bitch is either or. Yeah, I know the nigga ain't cut like that. I swear I'm to our core. Yeah, I just got out. I'ma start another war. Spit a plate up with my niggas. Get your knife and fart. They ain't locked in with the count and with the speaking to me fart. Yeah, I just took the thought. Ain't no cowards in my campaign. They can't stop the campaign. Tell them bring the champagne. They know I'm a champ. They see the outcome. Get them niggas back, tie down and out. Came with them steps, niggas been down since day one. We run up the bands, bitch, like Dylan. They say you get on, you gon' represent. I said, of course. Soon as they crank that beat out, bitches yeah, about to go dumb. Yeah, bitch, we whole guard. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like.
Yeah, those are messed up, no. Bad news, it's to beat your home, nigga. Yeah. Go on, get on his ass real quick one time. 144, bitch.
They said you get on, you gon' represent. I said, of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, we a whole guard. You ain't know Obi-Wan, I come with the fart. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You even low or throw that bitch is either or. I know them niggas ain't cut like that. I swear I'm to our core. Wait up, let me make a call right quick. I'ma start another war. I was hurting when she left, but I don't care about anymore. I need a Selena like my Nina Puffer bar. Took a Zach, watch the dark. Matter of fact, like the dark. Any problem, let them come. We gon' snatch they soul like Shang Tsung. Put them out of service, keep them tools like Miss Harvey. Try to hope it's way too late. I'm headed straight to the safe. Throw that one up like a trophy. I'm that nigga, ain't no debate. Throw them boys, we taking over. Call them up like set the day. Piece of cake, yeah, my bitches came from Whole Foods. Told them put on that top 3. Then bring me my house shoes. Don't make excuses, make moves. These niggas are grateful, gotta show them U.P.K rules. I'm making hits like they say you get on, you gon' represent. I said, of course. Who trade that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. She about to go down, yeah, bitch. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the force. You gon' yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You even low or this low, so that bitch is hard. Yeah, I know them nigga ain't cut like that. I swear I'm to our core. Yeah, I just got off the call. I'ma start another war. With my niggas, get your knife and your fart. They ain't locked in with the count and with the speaking to me fart. Yeah, I just took the floor. Ain't no cowards in my campaign. They can't stop the campaign. Tell them bring the champagne. They know I'm a champion. They can see the outcome. Get them niggas back. Got it tie down and out there. You can't do what niggas been down since day one. We run up the bands, bitch, like Dylan. They say you get on, you gon' represent. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. Yeah, about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, we whole guard. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You either low or this low, so that bitch is either or. I told you niggas, you ain't cut like that. I swear I'm to our core. And I just made it call. We gon' start another war. Yeah.
All right, shalom, 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 Israel. My name is Officer Kayad, one out of I.S.U.P.K, Jamaica. I.S.U.P.K started 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. I.S.U.P.K is run by Commanding General YAHANNA, the one man with the rank and the authority to lead Israel at this time. I say, Yahweh Ba'asham Yahweh Shai Barakatham to my brothers. Yahweh Shamar Ailathan Ba'asham Yahweh Shai to my sisters. All right, so we're going to talk about Christmas today. You understand? We're going to touch upon Nimrod the Cushite, the father of Christmas. Lakia. See? Nimrod that Cushite. Bear with me for a second. See? 1 second. That Ethiopian named Nimrod, who is the father of Christmas. See, we're going to touch upon that as well. We're going to touch upon, you know what I mean, the fact that our people should not be celebrating Christmas. Seeing that during the time of slavery, we were the Christmas presents. You understand? We were the presents from one, you know what I mean, oppressor to the next. You understand? All right, so what we're going to do right now, we're going to jump to the, you know what I mean, the background of Christmas. See? I will share this article on the screen. 1 second. All right, if you want to see what I go on, just jump over to I.S.U.P.K Jamaica on YouTube or Facebook. See, we're going to read that article. I get straight into it. All right, first and foremost, you know what I mean, we have to make you know that I.S.U.P.K is the home of the truth. You understand? The I.S.U.P.K started the Hebrew Israelite movement. You understand? Of course, the Hebrew Israelite movement, it is the truth. You know what I mean? In its foundation. See? However, you have some breakoffs from the I.S.U.P.K out there. You know what I mean? Doing some, what if they are basically Christian churches. You understand? So we implore our people to be prudent. Don't group us with those other groups. You understand? Because they were not authorized to teach. You understand? You left the I.S.U.P.K, you left the truth. If you have never been in the I.S.U.P.K or you are not in the I.S.U.P.K, you're not in the truth. You know what I mean? Everybody are trying to water down the doctrine. You understand? And when them go off and try, you know what I mean, for the most part, when them go off and try create some other organization, you understand, it usually sound like the Christian church. And the reason why enough of them go off into, you know what I mean, a more softer doctrine is because, you know what I mean, they don't want to offend nobody. You understand? They don't really want to offend nobody, but the truth is hard for swallow. It's a hard pill for swallow. The truth is offensive at times because, you know what I mean, come to find out the things that we have believed throughout our life is a lie. And that, you know what I mean, learning that, you know what I mean, we were believing lies like Christmas and them things. They come as an offense to we when we find out enough time we feel cut because once upon a time we used to love celebrate Christmas. You know what I mean? We used to love the Christian church. We used to love the Rastafari community. We used to love smoking weed. You know what I mean? When we find out now, say, you know what I mean, all that offense. But, you know what I mean, you can't because of offense. You know, you not tell the truth. But these other people who go out there and start other groups. See? These other people who go out there and start other groups. You know what I mean? It's because them can't take the backlash with the I.S.U.P.K has been. Them can't take, you know what I mean? The fire with the I.S.U.P.K and the Commanding General YAHANNA has been standing in. We take the backlash, we go out there and, you know what I mean, we get, you know what I mean, our people spurning at us. You know what I mean, our people talking negative about us because we tell them the truth. The Bible says, have I now become your enemy because I tell you the truth? See? So, if you see a lot of Hebrew Israelite groups out there, just know that it's because, you know what I mean, one, them not like the fact that them have to have integrity in yourself. See? Two, them want to soften up the doctrine so that them can more deceive. You know what I mean? Like just like the Christian pastor, soften it up so them can. Just like a man where him want to get a woman, him soften up him tone. Him not tell her, say, yo, she have a stinking attitude. You know what I mean? Him not tell her, say, she's stupid. Like, you know what I mean? Because she's stupid. Look at her and see how she behave, and your sister, she behave like a blinking idiot. You know what I mean? Him not tell her, say, yo, she's selfish. You understand? Him not tell her, say, yo, you're a dragon. Your attitude stinks, and you know what I mean? But because how she look, you understand, and because he want to get in her drawers, him sweet talker. Those are these other, you know what I mean, these religious organizations out there. Them sweet talk and them say things were so nice. You understand? But we, the I.S.U.P.K, and the command in general, YAHANNA, we're not going to tell you nothing. You know what I mean? We're not going to sweet up nothing to gain your affection, to make you, you know what I mean, you gravitate to it. I will tell you the truth. I will tell you, say, you know what I mean, Ethiopia is ancient Babylon. I'm going to show you. And we're going to tell you, say, you know what I mean, he's an Ethiopian, because Rasta, for the most part, well, it's not a doctrine in the Rastafari community, but we know it's the Christian church that push Christianity. And we're going to go at the Christian church today too. See? We know that the Rasta don't teach it as a doctrine, say, born Christmas, but we know, say, because Christmas tied to Babylon, Rasta not to deal in a Christmas. See? For the most part. Nowadays, for the lesser part, because we know, say, Rasta celebrate Christmas nowadays. You understand? But for the most part, if you ask a Rasta about Christmas, his attitude towards it now going to be positive. You get what I say? But it was an Ethiopian, a Cushite, who's the father of Christmas. A Rasta will tell us, say, yo, burn down Babylon. And them right. Them not wrong when them say so. Them right. See? Burn Babylon. Them right. But ancient Babylon, or the land of Babel, is ancient Ethiopia. So, you have to, you know what I mean, burn Babylon, but you have to come straight home now. You have to burn Ethiopia too. You understand? You can't just burn Babylon and now burn Ethiopia. You have to burn Ethiopia. You understand? I will get into it. All right, so firstly, we're going to get into, you know what I mean, the dark origins of Christmas. See? I'll try to go through them here as quick as possible. So it says, the dark origins of Christmas. See? Saturnalia. How many people have heard about Saturnalia? Saturnalia is, you know what I mean, this Roman festival that, you know what I mean, they kept around this time of year. You understand? That was before the birth of Christ. Jesus never come on the scene yet. This was hedonistic custom where they, you know what I mean, them sacrifice human beings. You understand? Them, well, those, I'm not sure if the Romans them sacrifice human being, but it embedded in human sacrifice. See? But it definitely involved sexual urges and drunkenness and rioting. You understand? Similar to what you see is associated with Christmas today. You understand? So we are going to read. It says, Saturnalia. The ancient Romans beveled that Saturn was the god of agriculture and ruled over the earth in a period known as the Golden Age, when humans enjoyed produce without having to farm and labor for it. So, you know what I mean? Them reveled, you understand? Or them beveled in a time when, you know what I mean, the earth was, you understand? The earth never need no upkeep. See? The earth never need no upkeep. The Bible tell you about this time when, you know what I mean, a mist went into the went across the earth and water the plants. You never have no rain. All the earth didn't know that. Say, you did have such a time. Them remember that time. So, but now, in their time, after the flood and everything now, see, after Adam get kicked out of, you know what I mean, the land, which, you know what I mean, it said, the Bible said the Garden of Eden, but we know that that is the land where everybody are fight over right now. See, in the Middle East, it was the most fertile and lush land on the earth. You know what I mean? Right now, Africa claims to be the most lush land right now. You understand? Although we know say 1/3 of Africa is desert. I'm not talking about that neither. See? But anyway, yeah. Once upon a time, there was no need for till the soil because things just grow just like that. But when our forefather, Adam, Zin, when him disobey the Most High, when him break the Most High law now, same like how we, the children of Israel, broke the Most High law. Him get kicked out, him and him family get kicked out, or you know what I mean, basically the rulership of that place was taken from Adam. You understand? So these heathens, the Romans, them remember such time and them pray to them heathen gods. You know what I mean? And them have festivals, you know what I mean? So that, you know what I mean, them can get blessings from heaven, so to speak, so that them can have agricultural increase and all them things. Let me continue reading though. See, the celebration is believed to be held around the time of the winter solstice, right? So the winter solstice is around them time. Yeah? You understand? I think it's from the 17th going to the 25th or the 24th. You understand? Which celebrates the sun coming back to life and being unconquerable, right? So it has to do with the sun worshiping too. So Saturn, the worship of Saturn and the worship of the sun. Christians adapt the worship of the sun today by, you know what I mean, having them holy day upon Sunday. You understand? Which we know that the day is named after the worship of the sun. See? The day is named after the worship of the sun. Monday is moon day. You understand? Thursday is star day. I don't remember what is Tuesday. You know what I mean? But all of them days are named after pagan gods. See? And the Christian church ensure that their most holy day is in dedication to the sun. That's why them choose Sunday. But we know that the Sabbath of the Most High is really Friday sundown to Saturday sundown, which is the 7th day. You understand? But let me continue reading. This holiday, Saturnalia, you understand? Saturnalia come from the term Saturn. See? This holiday was celebrated by attending temple dedicated to Saturn, right? Where priests would conduct ceremonies, slaves would eat with their masters. So it's a time when you get a day off. Just like now, you know what I mean? We the slaves, them in a captivity now, you get day off on Christmas. You understand? Speak freely, dress in colorful party attire. So, you know what I mean? Them encourage you to go out and enjoy yourself and celebrate. But this is all in the worshiping of Saturn. You understand? All right, let me show you. This now, see? And you're going to find out that many of the pagans, them are the heathens, holy days or holidays. See, because we know say, we were given holy days by the Most High. Holy means separate, meaning you don't mix them day with every other day. Them day are special. See? But the pagan, them call it holidays, right? Especially today, them call it holiday. Well, I guess I should say today, them call it holiday, but we don't know what them used to call it back in the days. But we called it holy days. And we know that the term holiday comes from, you know what I mean, our holy days, right? You're going to find out that, you know what I mean, they celebrate, or we used to celebrate. For example, the Passover, which is the Passover is in April the 1st. So if you can make it to the Passover, make it. See, currently now we are in the feast of dedication or Hanukkah. You understand? You're going to find out, say, these heathens, see, just like our God tell us, say, yo, be merry upon these days, drinks, you know what I mean, be merry, eat, feast. The heathen, them try to do that too, but them do it on the left-hand side. You know what I mean? Them do all sort of sexual deviance and them mix in one bag of lewdness with it. But you're going to find out, say, them try to copy all the Most High say we for do our thing. So the Most High say, be merry. You know what I mean? Don't do no servile work and all them thing. They don't, you know what I mean? Don't go to no slavery today. The heathens, them try to do the same thing. You understand? But let me continue reading. See? All right, so it continues. So it said the slaves them get day off. See, I'm like how you depend your day off now. You probably not go to work. If you go to work, well, you know, on Christmas. See, you probably still at work. Still a long time, you know what I mean, go on a slavery like a slavery. You see? Anyway, so on Christmas Day, you have the option to get a day off. See? Well, let me continue reading. Many of the traditions were we observe for Christmas today were observed for Saturnalia, right? So they might make the correlation to Saturnalia and Christmas, because in reality Saturnalia is Christmas, or Christmas is Saturnalia. All right. People wouldn't attend work, school, exercise, court, and justice system would not be operational, right? So it's holiday time. All right. So this I say now, the birth of Jesus. See? Hold on, let me see if I missed nothing. All right. The birth of Jesus is unknown, but it is definitely isn't the 25th of December. I'm going to read that properly again. The birth of Jesus is unknown. That's what them say. You know, we know when Christ was born. It was in the springtime, which is really the beginning. That's the real beginning of a year, during spring, when everything renew itself. You understand? But the author of this, you know what I mean, this article, don't know when Christ was born, but them know certainly is not the 25th of December. See? Let me read it again. The birth of Jesus, or YAHANNA Mashiach, see, is unknown, but it definitely isn't on the 25th of December. You know what I mean? As baby lambs are born in spring, right? Because it tell you all the shepherds were out shearing their sheep and, you know, attending to the flocks and them thing there. You know what I mean? There's a time period when that take place, not in dead winter, not in the middle of winter. You understand? But somebody was born on December the 25th, and we're going to tell you who that person is. You understand? So it continue. In the 4th century, Pope Julius. So in the 4th century, so we are in the year 2022 now, see? In the year 400, or no, not the year 400, in the year 300 and something, because that would be the 4th century, see? So in the 4th century, Julius I decided to formally make the birth of Jesus, you know what I mean, our Christ, on the 25th of December to merge together the practices of Saturnalia to keep the recently converted Eden's population happy to carry on a form of tradition, right? So now this is where Christmas came to life now. So after Christ, our king, YAHANNA Mashiach, a black man from the tribe of Judah, you know what I mean? After he was killed by these very Romans, which Pope Julius is a Roman, see? And now there's anarchy because now our people who were in Roman captivity at the time, we now worship no more sun God because Christ came and started teach. See, like how the I.S.U.P.K a teach and I show our people say we need to come back to the Most High. Then this message was spreading just like it's spreading now. Like, oh, you know what I mean? You see Kyrie Irving and you see Kanye West come out and I say we are Jews. Well, Kanye say we are Jews, but Kyrie Irving has share something to show you that he believes that we are Jews. The message is spreading. I guess this would be a similar time to that. You understand? So what them do now, so what this Pope, you know what I mean? What this Pope decide to do now is to make our king who they killed, Zin, ban, start spread the lie about, you know what I mean, Christianity now. So them start make this Christianity thing now, which now Christianity don't have nothing to do with the Bible. You know what I mean? Original Christians were Jews, but now the oppressor, the Roman now, Zin, you know what I mean? He hijack the thing now. See? They might take over the thing now. You understand? And bear in mind, the Jews that were called Christians did not accept the fact that they were Christians. Christian would be like niggers. Christians would be like calling us anti-Semitic. So we never accept the term that they were calling us Christians to try to, you know what I mean? What I call it now? To discredit us. Say you are the follower of that man named Christ. You Christians. But we were those Israelites. Yeah, following YAHANNA Mashiach. But now they were making this religion called Christianity now because them see said the man who them never like, Jesus, Yahawashi Mashiach, the Christ, his message is now spreading like wildfire. So guess what them do now? Them start hijack it. So them say, here what? Jesus, not Nimrod, who them used to worship, you know what I mean? And the 25th have to do with the winter solstice and, you know what I mean, Saturnalia. So now them are syncretize our king teaching in a them paganism. So them start create, you know what I mean, Christianity, and them start blend it, them start create something in Christmas now. So them say Jesus was born on December the 25th, the birth, the baby Jesus and one bag thing. And of course, them start make him white. You understand? Probably not directly at this time, but them start change all the image now. Them start, what you call that? Them start muddy up the water, for lack of a better way to explain it. You understand? Santa, so hey, you see that Santa thing there, Bertrand William. We're going to touch upon Santa too, you know. We're going to touch the Santa topic too. See? Santa is a mixture of many different things, because you did have a man in Russia, a black man in Russia named Saint Nick, and he used to give, you know what I mean, he used to provide foods and give gifts to homeless children in Russia. You understand? That was an Israelite. No, you see this, them take the Saint Nick and put it in this Santa Claus business, but it's really the worship of Odin, because Odin now used to the story about Odin. We're going to touch upon it, Zane. So we're going to show you what I go on to. Zane, we're not skip too fast yet. All right, back to what I say now. So now they might create Christianity. The Christianity where you sit today. Zane, they might create it. They might make sure say them not lose none of them ancient festivals. So them turn Saturnalia into Christmas, and them say Jesus, the birth of Jesus, it is behind Christmas. See, let me continue reading. All right, so it says, in the 4th century, Pope Julius I decided to formally make the birth of Christ on the 25th of December to merge together the practice of Saturnalia, to keep the recently converted heathens, see, population happy, and to carry on a form of tradition, because Saturnalia was their tradition, so them never want to lose it. See, so them say Saturnalia is now about Jesus, because at this point, like I say, Christ's message has spread even amongst the heathens. You understand? And they want to be, they might turn it now religion now. See? But the religion is against what them normally do. You know what I mean? So guess what them do now? Them say, all right, Jesus. This celebration is about Jesus, and it's now Christmas. You understand? All right, let me continue reading. I'm going to scroll down. So you have the Yule feast, right? The ancient Norse people used to celebrate Yuletide at the time of the winter solstice, which is this time that we live in, that we are in right now, see? It is related to the wild hunt where Odin, now we are getting to the Odin situation now, see? Would travel between the worlds of the living and the dead. Because of this, there was an increase in supernatural activity. Of course, that is like Duppy story, nothing like that. You understand? We are going to make a connection with them kind of thing later on in the class to hopefully remember. See? But no such thing as supernatural activity increased during them time. That is just myth. And we here in Jamaica, we get a lot of our superstition from these heathens. You know? You understand? We need to know that, you know, this rolling calf business and Duppy story and them thing. They just know that we as Israelites, we never believe in them madness. They will believe in the Most High, see? And we believe say there are angels and, you know what I mean, demons exist. We never believe in this Duppy, this and Duppy that. And the heathens, them believe in that. You understand? Let me continue reading. So it says, supernatural activity would increase in that time, which include the undead to be able to walk the earth. It was a time of feasting, drinking, love making. So you say love making, but we have to find out say this is really like orgies. You understand? Sexual deviancy. The event of Madran Hint focused on female and was a fertility event. And for the most part, these heathens, when their gods are normally about them getting produce from the ground. Like Baal are one of them god there. See? Now you have the Saturnial worship. It is just them, it's prosperity doctrine, so to speak. Back in the days, it was prosperity wasn't them getting millions and bricks from bricks, you know. You understand? Prosperity was them getting crops. See? So them gods, these heathens, their gods have to do with how many crops them walk, and so them worship them gods with the hope, say, yo, them are gonna have good produce. You understand? The vegetables them are gonna grow, you know, them livestock are gonna be healthy and all them things there. But we all know say them gods not real because of one God, and that is the God of Israel. See? Take a look over here, so. All right. If you have any questions, you can just type them. See? Yeah, man. All right, so watch this now. Let me continue. So it's a people would celebrate Yule, you understand, by sacrificing animals such as horses to the gods and take asparagus and painted the statues with the blood of the sacrificed animal as a way of honoring them and for the warmer month to come. Many traditions of Yule still are practiced today. Odin, a large old man. Listen, now we are talking about Santa Claus now. See? Odin, a large older man with a long white beard, would fly in the sky on his 8-legged steed and deliver toys and presents to children on Christmas Eve by slipping down chimney, and children would stuff stocking with straws as an offering for him and leave them by the hearth. See? Sound familiar? It's a sound familiar because that is the story of Santa Claus. That is the myth where them give about Santa Claus, but them tell you say it is linked to the worship of this pagan god. And notice how them do it. The children would left gifts like as an offering because the Israelites, them, you know, our people, we used to give meat offering and drink offering to our God. Not that our God drink and eat. Our God not eat. It's just we showing we appreciation for him do for it. But the heathen them not having proper form of that and not understanding our thing. Them adapt it and know them, you know what I mean? Them turn it in you put some things in a stocking for offer to Odin. You understand? Nowadays, that is Santa Claus. You understand? What them do? Them left drinks and food offering or meat. Meat not necessarily mean flesh, you know. Meat can be just regular food. So you see the milk and cookie where them left can be, you know what I mean? It's similar to our meat and drink offering. So it's the worship of a God. That's why we tell you, you can't make your picnic them celebrate Christmas. You can't celebrate Christmas. That is a sin. So nobody never tell you, say, yo, when you celebrate Christmas, you are worshiping a God. But that don't mean you are not worshiping a God. You're worshiping Odin, and you're worshiping Saturnalia. You're worshiping Nimrod, because them things are evolving. You know. It all started with Nimrod, but at this time we are reading now, it is Saturnalia. Then it evolved now, and it's now Christmas. You understand? Just one lie turn into a next lie, evolve, you know what I mean, for convenience sake. You understand? As kingdom rise and kingdom fall, these pagan, heathenistic things, you understand, change them name, but same practice. You understand? So, Odin, a Santa Claus. You understand? All right. So it's the traditions of the Yule boar, Yule log, and Yule singing are still present in the form of Christmas ham. Right? And these heathens love ham for some reason. See? And we tell you, the Most High say you must not eat the swine. It is unclean unto you. Don't eat no pork. You understand? I guess that is one thing the Rastafarians them get right, which we know not all of them adhere to that neither. Because them not the discipline. See? Christmas log and Christmas caroling. Right. These were plenty of merrymaking, drinking, dancing, singing, lovemaking during the Yuletide. That is where you sit today. Right now, everybody are get ready for, you know what I mean, go drink, party, and have random sex. You understand? That is where everybody are get ready for doing at this time now. At the same thing them used to do back in this time. You understand? It's the same thing. All right, we're going to jump to another article. See? I'll jump to our next article. I'll break it down a little further. Remember to tap up the screen, share around the live, tag your Rastafari brethren, tag your Christian, you know what I mean, friend or your church sister. Make them know, say, that what them do. You know what I mean? The celebration of Christmas in that Christian church. It is evil as hell, and the Most High is against it. And that is why so much, you know what I mean, mishap take place during them time, you know, because the Most High is not with it. When the Eden them celebrate them Christmas, oh God, man, them make money, them make them enjoy themselves, them go off in a them little sexual deviancy where them do. You know what I mean? When we follow them and go off in a them filthy behavior there and, you know what I mean, and celebrate them wicked holidays, I guess what reach we? Nothing but mishap. You ever notice how wicked the white man is and wicked the other Edens are and them prosper with it? We can't prosper in our wickedness. Try wicked for 1 year. Just do wickedness for 1 year. You're dead the next year. Hence the reason why when you celebrate Christmas, the next year you're broke and pauperized and you know what I mean? This year worse than the next year worse than this one. The Most I ensure that curses reach us because guess what? He give us laws. And part of those laws is to not have any other God, and celebrating Christmas is you worshiping another God. Odin, Saturnalia, Nimrod. It's evil, wicked. You understand how evil it is. The origin of it is eviler than all. We're not even mention the human sacrifice them will take place, you know. See, throughout the time when this, you know what I mean, custom evolve, you know. Where them used to kill little children, you know, and sacrifice them, you know. We're not talking about the gay sex and the lesbian sex and the orgies, the fornication where attached to this holiday, you know. We're not even talking about that yet. The boy Nimrod, this Ethiopian, this Cushite, we have a breakdown, we have a running file. See? We have a running file. This Cushite, Jesus and peace, we have to get into it. We need just share around this class, you understand? We're going to get into it and show you what this heathen is all about. Nimrod, this Ethiopian. The same Ethiopians, you understand? That the Rastafari community want we to love and want we to go back to. This Ethiopian is the evilest of them all, you understand? All right, let me continue reading though. All right, so this say, hold on, 1 second. 1 second. All right, so this say, nowadays the Christmas celebration evoke image of gift, lights, delicacies, and family gathering. Who doesn't like these, right? Continue reading. Would it surprise you to know that the tradition related to Christmas were kept long before the birth of Christ, and that is our point. See? That is the point where we are trying to make. This don't have nothing to do with your Awashai Mashiach, with Jesus. This was the heathens taking our king and assimilating his, you know what I mean, story into this wicked custom where them used to, you know what I mean, them used to keep back in for them time. You understand? And now it evolved now that the Christian church are push it, you understand, as if it have nothing to do with Christ. But yo, it not nothing to do with Christ. Let me continue reading. Christmas is considered today to be a Christian celebration, but its origin are more related with ancient Babylon. All right, now we're talking now. Ancient Babylon, which is the land of Babel, which is Ethiopia or Cush. See, you have two Babylons, you know. You have the Babylon with Nebuchadnezzar. I have ancient Babylon, see, with Nimrod. You understand? The land of Babel where the Most High split up the tongue where them there build the tower. But so tell you where them there build the tower for. See? So it's a ancient Babylon. So ancient Babylon would be the first where this all started. Then Greece pick it up. I'm sure the Egyptians then pick it up too. I am sure this did not pass the Egyptians there. You know what I mean? Because the Egyptians them, you know what I mean, enough of them belief systems is embedded in today's society. See? So it's a Greece and Roman than with the people of God and the Bible. Right, so me read that again. Christmas is considered to be a Christian celebration, but its origins are more related to ancient Babylon, Greece, and Rome than with the people of God and the Bible, right? And this is why we have to make the separation from Christianity when it comes to the Bible. You see this Bible? It's a book of books stolen from our foreparents. It in a nice leather casing and it look, you know what I mean? It look religiously, religious, but it has nothing to do with religion. All it is our records, you know what I mean? Rebranded to us. Not changing it, you know. They're not changing nothing in it, you know. Rebranded in a religion and then teach we, you know what I mean? Claims to teach us out of this book. Meanwhile, giving us these filthy, disgusting customs. You understand? But when you're looking at the Bible, you realize, okay, the Bible is against all of this. So that's why we have to make the separation from Christianity and the Bible. We have to keep emphasizing that, look, this Bible don't have nothing to do with where you see going in the Christian church. You understand? Let me continue reading. What is celebrated today is a combination of biblical story of the birth of Jesus and the years in pagan tradition, right? So them put in the birth of our King Yahushua Mashiach in it, but all the traditions are pagan. You understand? All right? So this said, the Saturnalia, the ancient Romans celebrated the Saturnalia festival from the 17th to the 24th of December. December 25th was the culmination of the celebration in honor of the birth of the invincible sun. Right. So you see how it evolves. It evolves from Nimrod, you know what I mean, to the sun, to Saturn, and you know now it's all about Jesus. You understand? Being past the winter solstice, the moment in which the sun reaches its lowest point, the days start to be longer every day. All right, so my brother Abadaw, an expert on, you know what I mean, breaking down the winter solstice and all of them things and things. So, you know what I mean, you can probably look out for him do a class. You know what I mean, tomorrow is his class. So, you know what I mean, he can break that down fully. But we're going to touch upon Nimrod, you know. All right. See, so tomorrow class, Wednesday, same time. See, 7 p.m. I.S.U.P.K Jamaica law class. See? So just tune in. All right, so watch this now. We are going to jump to, 1 second. We're going to jump to a thing named the book of Josephus. You understand? See? Josephus is a Hebrew scholar, Israelite scholar, one of our people. Burton said land of Babel, right? You know what I mean? Babel, the Hebrew translation to Babylon. You understand? All right. So Josephus is a Hebrew scholar, Zin, and he existed in, you know what I mean, during the early after the birth of Christ. So from them time, Zin, and he wrote about all the happenings them. You know what I mean? With the Bible speak on some, and basically he's an Israelite, so him know a lot about, you know what I mean, the Israelite, and him speak about Nimrod. All right. So this is the book of Josephus, chapter, 1 second. All right, this is chapter 3. See? I will start at verse 1. I say, now the son of Noah were 3, Shem, Japheth, and Ham. You know what I mean? Born 100 years before the deluge. See? These first of all descended from the mountains into the plain and fixed their habitation there and persuaded others who were greatly afraid of lower ground on account of the flood, right? So it gets specific now and I tell us, yo, look, after the Most High flood the earth, because other nations, not only the Bible, not only the Hebrew, the Hebrew people have records and, you know what I mean, and the account of the flood, but other civilizations also, you know what I mean, speak about the flood. See, now he might get specific and I make you know, say, yo, people at this time now was afraid to even live on the plain because they would rather live up in the mountain. You understand? Because them know when if a flood supposed to happen again, you know what I mean, them dead, them drown like the rest of the earth, or the rest of, you know what I mean, not the entire earth was flooded, you know. Is that part of the earth, which was the Middle East, you know what I mean, which was the center of the earth, that was where civilization was. You understand? See? Let me continue reading. All right? All right. And so were very loath to come down from the high places to venture to follow their examples. Right. 1 second. All right. Let me just read all of this. See? Now, the plain in which they first dwelt was called Shinar. You know what I mean? I think this is Sumer. You know what I mean? Mesopotamia. Right. God also commanded them to send colonies abroad for the thorough peopling of the earth. Right. So God commanded them to go abroad and populate the earth. You know what I mean? So Noah, him 3 sons, you know what I mean, and their wives survived the flood. Now the Most High want them populate the earth. So, you know what I mean, him command everybody. At this time, more people were born. I must say, yo, spread out, man. Spread out and go populate the earth. Don't all I want to do stay out here, so. The earth need populating. Go on over so. Some go over so. You know what I mean? Let me continue reading. This is very interesting. You understand? God also commanded them to send colonies abroad for the thorough, let me not pronounce the word right, thorough peopling of the earth, that they might not raise sedition among themselves, but might cultivate a great part of the earth and enjoy its fruits after a plentiful manner. But they were so ill instructed that they did not obey God. So here we go again. Here the earth go again, not obeying the Most High. The Most High flood the earth simply because people are intermarrying, not like that. You understand? And you can understand why this is important to the Most High, the same way how you wouldn't want your dog and your cat intermarrying. Or you wouldn't want your pit bull and your thing there. And your German Shepherd breeding. You don't want that. I see a reason why the Most High don't want you have sex with the heathens. Stay over here so when put you. This group of people, the Chinese go over there. The white man go over there. The Africans go over there. You understand? The Most High not depend on something there with everybody coming together. No, no such thing. You understand? So him flood the earth. And him says, all right, flood the earth, una multiply again, spread out. Go so, some go so, some colony unu go so, some go so. Don't all I want to do stay right so. The earth big, go and go find on your own. You understand? Let me continue reading. Zin, but them never obey the Most High. Zin, for which reason they fell into calamities and were made sensible by experience of what sin they had been guilty. For when they flourished with a numerous youth, God admonished them again to send out colonies, but they imagine the prosperity they enjoy was not derived from the favor of God. So because them become comfortable, them are eat food, yeah, so them crops them are grow, them rich, them are, you know what I mean, gold, everything, you know what I mean. Them comfortable, yeah, so them now move. You know what I mean? You know, like somebody were comfortable at them parents' house and no want to move because they get free food. They don't want to go out and go make life on them own. You understand? Let me continue reading. Zine. 1 second. For which reason they fell into calamity, God admonished them again to send out colonies, but they imagining the prosperity they enjoyed was not derived from the favor of God. So now them start being ungrateful to the Most High. You know what I mean? But supposing that they were their own power was the proper cause of the plentiful condition they were in, did not obey him. Nay, they added to this their disobedience to a divine will. The suspicion that they were therefore ordered to send out separate colonies, that being divided asunder, they might the more easily be oppressed. You understand? So them start create one by conspiracy theories. You know what I mean? All right. It's a verse 2 now. No, it was Nimrod who excited them to such an affront and contempt of God. He was the grandson of Am. Right. So let's find out who Nimrod is. See? So that what we are read now is the book of Josephus. He was an Hebrew scholar, an Israelite scholar. You know what I mean? All right. So let's find out who is Nimrod. We are going at the Bible. See? And this is the book of Genesis, chapter 10 and verse 8. And it says, and Cush, we all know who Cush is, right? Who is Cush? Anybody know who Cush is? Sure, tag your Rastafari, brethren. Anybody know who Cush is? Can anybody tell me who Cush is? Right now, if you listen to the Rastafari community, them will tell you, Cush, you know what I mean? Cush. If you listen to enough Rasta, when I have, you know what I mean? When I have the understanding, or enough people when I have the understanding. Cush, them would have think Kush a weed. Right, so this brother say, you know what I mean? Bertram say, land of Cush, right? Which we know is Ethiopia. You know what I mean? So, Ethiopia was originally the land of Cush. The land Cush was named after this man. Cush, we have to understand is every nation and landmass is named after a man who existed. You understand? And Cush is the man who Ethiopia, or the land of Cush, was named after. So Cush begot Nimrod. What it mean by begot? It mean Nimrod was his son. You understand? He began to be a mighty one on the earth. So Nimrod became great in the earth. You understand? He was a mighty hunter before the Lord. Wherefore it is said, even as Nimrod, the mighty hunter before the Lord. So he was so great that he had a saying. You understand? You see him like how them call Messi the goat. When you hear somebody say the goat, them talk about Messi, right? It's the same way them have a saying to this person named Nimrod, to how great and popular he was. He became mighty and he became the king or the ruler of this, you know what I mean? This group, this, you know what I mean? The new, what they call it now? What is the proper way for put it? The people that survived the flood, he became their ruler. You understand? This was in Mesopotamia or Sumer, which is ancient Ethiopia. Eventually was called Cush. You understand? But it was also the land of Babel. You understand? All right, let me continue reading. He was a mighty hunter before the Lord, wherefore it is said, even as Nimrod the mighty hunter before the Lord. You understand? And the beginning of his kingdom, right, because he eventually became a king. You know what I mean? When it say kingdom mean it has a king. So he was the king. So it said, and the beginning of his kingdom was Babel, or Babylon, and Erech, and Akkad, and Calne in the land of Shinar. This is the same Shinar where it talk about go back over here, so. Go back over here, so. Slovakia. Same Shinar. Yeah. When it say, now the plain in which they first dwell was called Shinar. That is Sumeria or Mesopotamia. You understand? That was Babylon. So, you know what I mean? Babylon would have been one of the provinces, I guess. You know what I mean? Because it did have, like it say you have Erech, Akkad, Calne, and Shinar. So, all of these would be his provinces. You understand? Him rule over all of them. You understand? The Sumerians, right? You understand? And Nimrod was Cush, son. The man who eventually the land was named after. You know what I mean? The land of Cush. Nimrod was his son. See? All right, so watch this now. Watch this. See? No, it was Nimrod who excited them to such an affront and contempt of God. So him caused the people them for no longer trust the Most High. Because he, you know, like any man who become powerful and become more power hungry. You understand? He was the grandson of Am, right? Am was Cush father. Am's sons were Cush, Mizraim, Canaan. You know what I mean? Who else? Another one. See? Mizraim is Egypt. That is the real name of the land. Mizraim or Matazariam. See? Yeah, man. All right. The son of Noah. So Am was the son of Noah. So, all right, you see how it break it down? These people existed, you know, man. So when we tell you, say, don't discredit the Bible, don't call it, you know what I mean, a fairy tale book. It is a history book. It was us keeping records and passing down traditions and records and recording it. You understand? And we got conquered, we got kicked out our land, and the Edens them get a whole light. The King James Version, however, as we say, is the what I call it, the most accurate translation, because King James took pride in translating it. You understand? King James also was a black man. Them not tell you that neither. See? He was an Israelite from the tribe of Judah. You understand? All right, let me continue reading. See? And of great strength of hand. Right, so let me read that again. He was the grandson of Am, the son of Noah, a bold man, and of great strength of hand. He persuaded them not to ascribe it to God. You know what I mean? The white man do a similar thing today. You know what I mean? Because him rule this earth, he would rather you look at him like him a God. The Bible says, we shall serve our enemies in hunger and thirst and want of all things. We look to the white man for everything what we need, the oppressor. The clothes that we wear, the food that we eat, you know what I mean? The beverages that we drink, everything, with medication if we ill, everything. Nimrod was the father of that school of thought. So he make people stop trusting at the Most High and start trusting at him. Yeah, as if he was God. And eventually he became an idol. To the point now where we are talking about him today because he's the father of Christmas. You understand? But this was the man. He was not a God. He was just a man. And we are fine with all of these gods out there. See? They were men that people consider great, and them idolize them to the point that them eventually generations afterwards, you know what I mean, start creating myth about them, making them into gods. The story change, and now this regular man become, you know what I mean, regular evil man become into this mythical being or this God. Same thing the Rastafari community are do with Selassie. It's no different, no new under the sun. This is how these idols are created, but the most I make you know say they are not God. You understand? Bertram, it seems like you're sitting down in our classes, man. Him said, giants. Bertram, where you located? Because you need to come to class. You know what I mean? Zin? Giants, right. Genesis tell you when the sons of God, it not talk about no angels. Zin? When the sons of God talking about the people who God was working with at the time. Zin? Similar to how the Most High work with we. And change our name to Yashar Allah, which literally means sons of God or prince of the power, which is sons of God. See, when the sons of God came together with the daughters of men, who are the daughters of men, the regular people who the Most High now deal with, giants came about in those times, which is not talking about giant in stature. Talk about man like Nimrod, who became powerful and rule. Although Nimrod would not be considered the coming together of the sons of God and the daughters of men, right? But Nimrod would be an example of one of those giants. And these same giants were worshipped as God. And as I said, giants, not in stature, not in tallness and bigness, but in the power that them have. You know what I mean? The rulership them have. You know what I mean? Them become great, so them call them giants. You understand? Okay, then you link up with, then you call the number, man, and get in class, man. Because you seem like, you know what I mean? You seem like you have a knowledge of the thing, and you understand? And you seem like, based on how I see your comment, like you want to put foot on the ground too. So call the number, man, link up Officer Abada one. You know what I mean? I make him know, say, you want to know how to be a part of the class and part of the thing. Yeah, man. Don't sit around the computer, bro. You know what I mean? Come put a hand in on the work too. Who knows? You understand? Yeah, man. Don't do like what me used to do. Stay home and watch the videos them and, you know what I mean, enjoy them. Knowing that the truth, you know. Know say the truth. See? But just enjoy it. And I take the information just to go and argue with some Christian and show them, say them wrong. You know what I mean? Because the information is so, you know what I mean, powerful. But come in at the school, be a part of the thing and make a real difference. You understand? All right, let me continue reading. He persuaded them not to ascribe it to God, as if it was through his means they were happy. Right? So him created this, what I call kingdom, where the people them have to depend upon him. You understand? And then him say, I make this happen for Uno. You know what I mean? Not God. But here why it go jump to why this bastard get so corrupt. Zane? Well, we know why him get corrupt, you know, because the hunger for power, you know. But this is how treacherous him became. Zane? But to believe that it was their own courage which procured that happiness, because that land was so lavished. You understand? That was the best land on the face of the earth. You never have to do much. But him convinced them, say, I know the blessing of the Most High do it. You understand? He also gradually changed the government into tyranny. So he become a tyrant. Saying just like Selassie. Saying, see no other way of turning men from the fear of God. Right? Because people wouldn't just easily turn from God. So because them grandfather and great-grandfather know the Most High and know about the flood. You can't tell people, say, you know what I mean, if you turn me from the Most High and you know as a fact. Same like how we know, say, slavery existed. Them know, say, the earth did flood. You can't turn them people there from God. So him do it by forceful means. You understand? Let me continue reading. But to bring them into a constant dependence on his power. Same way like how the white man do today. Nimrod, this Ethiopian, this Cushite, him invent them school of thought, them corruption. That's why I would tell the Rasta them, brethren, nobody about no Ethiopia this, Ethiopia that. Ethiopia is Babylon. And Ethiopia's coming about is not no, what I call it, is not no story of honor. You know, godly if you believe in a Ethiopia, brethren, because the most prominent man from Ethiopia is this man, Nimrod. And he was nothing but this treacherous bastard. Let me continue reading. He also said he would be revenged on God. Let me repeat that. For those who wonder why he built the tower, why they would have want to build a tower too. Because, all right, let me tell you something. When you're in a Christian church now, you read the story them in the Bible, you know, it does sound like fairy tale. But you don't really know the real reason behind none of it. This boy you want revenge against God. Why? Why he want revenge against God? He also said he would be revenged on God if he should have a mind to drown the world again. Right? He was enjoying so much power that he never want God flood the earth again. You understand? Him a rule and he's like God now. The people them depend on him. So he must say, we can't allow God to flood the earth again. And in his dumb ignorance, this is what he tried to do. For that, he would build a tower too high for the water. So one of the purpose of the tower is to be so tall that the flood waters could escape the flood waters. That's one of the purpose. Then, to be able to reach, and that he would avenge himself on God for destroying their forefathers. So this man was angry with God, this Ethiopian. This Ethiopian was angry with the Most High for flooding the earth. And him say, I'm going to get vengeance against the Most High who created the earth. That is the spirit in these heathens. That's why I would tell you, don't follow them custom here, brethren. Don't follow them custom here. You understand? Don't run go to Ethiopia as if you think Ethiopia is this, you know what I mean? This place where you will find all heights of, you know what I mean, of ascendance to godness. Ethiopia is the place where this bastard named Nimrod think him could have killed God. Dumb like the white man who have satellite out in space, thinking him go fight YAHANNA when him come back. Don't think that all of that space junk out there is just to send Wi-Fi signal. There's a lot of weaponry out there too, because them know them history, them know the Bible, them know who you are, and them know what time it is. That's why Donald Trump created that Space Force. But to be honest, them had guns out there long before Donald Trump. Donald Trump probably just refurbished it, spend some money. Them know what time it is, man. Them know say YAHANNA, and it is not far-fetched. It is not, you know what I mean, this fairy tale. You understand? Them know say the rightful owner for this place here forward back feet. He's not gonna make them mash it up. He's not gonna make them mash it up. The white man has destroyed the earth. You understand? And they are experiencing so much power right now that they don't want to give it up. That's why they put so much effort in keeping you ignorant. That's why they constantly oppress you and put your own people over you to oppress you. You understand? That is what them do. Zane, because they know say once you rise up and come back to your true nationality, Zane, them time up. Nimrod now, him a try say, yo, here what, him want to hold on to this power, just like how the white man a try hold on to him power. Zane, and him now give it up. And him a go avenge himself upon the Most High. You ever wonder why the white man show you these movies with, you know what I mean, man fighting God or the gods? Of course, there's no gods. There's just the Most High. You understand? And the angels. See? But the white man get this mindset from Nimrod, where him create movies with man and God a fight. You know what I mean? Or man and gods a fight. That is the mindset, and that come from this filthy, stinking African. You understand? Don't quick for love Africa. You see how people will get romanticized in this Africa thing, you know. Let me tell you something. Those thinking Africans, they might start at all this foolishness, brethren. If they were in charge, rude boy, it would be no different. Oppression would still be here. You understand? We know so the oppressor oppress you, you know. If them thinking Africa did in charge, you would have still get oppressed. Them first put in a slavery, Egypt. So stop loving Africa. Here is an African, Nimrod, Cushite. And where my child? Fight God. He might be that tower if you go up there go fight God. Dummy. You can imagine the pride where you have to average and say you have to fight the most tired rude boy. You can imagine the pride where you have to say, yo, look, me I go avenge. Imagine growing up, hearing that God created all of mankind. Kill some, and you say, oh, me I go avenge. Him create you, him can kill you if he want. And the fact that him even allow you to think in your brain, you should consider it, say, wait, then him no can kill me anytime. I better me easy myself. Nimrod never, all right, you can basically say, yo, him never sensible, you know. I'm not sensible. See him like how the white man, him not really sensible, you know. The oppressor, I'm not sensible, you know. But him have power. And him have the means to kill and oppress. You understand? So him rule. But him not really have no sense. Because common sense will tell us, wait, you can't come up against the Most High, you know. You can't come up against the Most High. How can you fight the Most High? That is just arrogance. You understand? Right, so it says, now the multitude were very ready to follow the determination of Nimrod and to esteem it as piece of cowardice to submit to God. See him like how them try make we in the I.S.U.P.K seem, you know what I mean, ignorant to believe in a God. So they must say, back in this time, they must say, you're a coward if you submit yourself to God. You're a coward, you're a traitor to your own people, which God created them people. See, nowadays, we are talking about the Most High, them try to make you feel like, say, you know what I mean? We fool if you talk about the Most High, as if I no common sense say God real. A common sense from you come out of your mother womb and learn little, and learn for say, yeah, common sense, you know, say, hold on. Somebody put where you say, you know. Or the whole of with us there, so run up and down. Big and small of us there, so run up and down, so. Somebody put where, man. Common sense, but nowadays, we are bring knowledge to our people, see? We are trying to wake them up. They must say, left the Bible out tight. The Bible is a fairy tale book. Why? Because God in it. Brother, common sense tell us that God real. God and history is one in the same. God and history is one in the same, brother. You can't have history without God. Because how far you go back in history? Where it started, it have to start somewhere. Somebody did have to start it. God. We call him God. Of course, we know him name. You understand? We know the Most High name because he have a covenant with our people. You understand? But back in a Nimrod time, every world knows that God did real, man. But guess what was their plan? They might go fight God. See him like how the oppressor, all right. You see our people with that school of thought that we stupid because we believe in, them call it, you know, sky daddy. Them say we believe in our sky daddy that, you know what I mean, that don't exist. See? That school of thought come from the oppressor. And bet your last dollar. You see, oppressor, the white man who have satellite in space, him believe in a God. Him just not give up rulership. So him tell you if you think say God not real. You understand? Him tell you, he make a mistake, you know. He make a mistake. Him allow the Bible to go in a circulation. Because him think say, yo, I'm going to keep you in ignorance forever. He never expects say without looking at the Bible and break it down. And say, wait, but no, I have something this. Are we to talk about? No, we want to get rid of the Bible. Nothing else to see here. Nothing more to see here. And our people are adapt that stupid school of thought. See? Just know, say, there's no history without God. God and history is synonymous because it had to start somewhere and it had to start by somebody. Nimrod didn't know. Nimrod beef was not that God, you know what I mean, wasn't real. Nimrod beef was God flood the earth and him not want him flood it again. And him going to try to stop God. Nimrod was stupid. You understand? All right. All right, we're going to left this here now. We're going to jump to all right, we'll jump to the land of Babel. See? All right, so we're going to jump to Genesis. 1 second. 1 second. Genesis. All right, see it here again. So it said Genesis 11 and 1. We're going to read from 1 to 9. And it said, the whole earth was of one language and of one speech, right? Because everybody come out of the boat with Noah. See? And it came to pass as they journeyed from the east that they found a plain in the land of Shinar, right? The same Shinar we mentioned 2 times a while ago, which is Suma. You know what I mean? And they dwelt there. And they said one to another, go to, let us make bricks and burn them thoroughly. And they had bricks for stones and slime had they for mortar. See? 4. And they said, go to, let us build us a city and a tower whose top may reach unto heaven, and let us make us a name, lest we be scattered abroad upon the face of the earth. Right? So the same problem when Nimrod never want to happen. I see him thing. The Bible I show you say, this is what they were saying. They want to bring the whole earth together again. Most I did have a problem with that. That's why I'm flood the earth. Same thing the white man I do today. I bring the whole earth, what I call it a melting pot. Jamaica, them talk about out of many one people. The most is against that. The most I don't want no Chinese, you know what I mean, woman having no Israelite baby. Most I don't want, the most I don't want in people them look like the Chinese. And you just mix up the thing, like him have him thing in order. Him put lion over here, tiger over here, you know what I mean, cheetah over here, dogs, cats, hippopotamus, cows, elephants, in them own habitat. Why would he want the Chinese and the Israelites and the oppressors and everybody come together? It come like it just shake up him thing. But the oppressor, like Nimrod, I do the same thing, making everybody come together. Why? Not because them think say, boy, everybody is equal. No, none of that. So that them can have control. You understand? So that them can control you and rest assured. When everybody come together, you are going to be them food. You are going to be where them eat. Like how them eat us alive today. You understand? You them are going to feed pan. So even though them say everybody is one and all, everybody for come together, we not see that in a reality. We still there at the bottom of society. So it's a myth. And the most I know say that them are going to do. When them come together, them are going to oppress in people. Same thing when them do in the time of Adam. See? Same thing Nimrod that try do. And the same thing the oppressor do today. There's no coming together, brethren. Chinese stay over there, so. Africans stay over there, so. Israelites stay over yaso, white man stay over deso. Stay in your own habitat. That makes sense. If that no makes sense to you, then there's no such thing as a tiger, no such thing as a lion, no such thing as, you know what I mean, a cheetah, no such thing as different varieties of cats living by themselves. You wanting everybody to come together is ungodly. That is a sin. We know the Christian church because the Christian church want to make you docile. Teach you that everybody is equal and God love everybody. Virgin, this don't say God love everybody. This Bible say God flood the earth because everybody that come together. No, he want people separate. Separate by groups. Some people live over there. Some people live over there. My people live over here. You understand? The Bible does not support the coming together of everybody. And guess what? Everybody now going to be saved. The Christian church teacher that Jesus died for the sin of the world. Firstly, the earth, the entire world, the planet cannot sin because the planet did not get the laws of the Most High. Sin is when you break the law. We sin. Christ died for our sin because we broke the Most High laws. The white man didn't. He didn't get it. The Africans did not get the Most High law. We sin against the Most High when we celebrate Christmas. You understand? We are under our oppressors because we follow the customs of our oppressor. You understand? We need saving. And that is consistent with the Bible. It is consistent with the Bible. See? See? It is consistent with the Bible. No, what is the Christian church teaching? Fairy tale, just like how them push Christmas, which, as we are reading right here, we are reading about the father of Christmas. All right, we're going to delve deeper into it now. See? Remember, if you click up the screen, share around. See? Those on Facebook and YouTube. Leave your comments, questions, share, subscribe, follow. You understand? Know the thing already. On TikTok, just tag your Rastafari, brethren. I will show him how evil the concept of we loving the Ethiopians are. It's so deep. It's so deep in evilness. Like, I mean, right now, to love an Ethiopian or to love Ethiopia is to love the enemies of the Most High, brethren. Is to love the people of that filthy, disgusting Eden who thought he could war and kill the Most High. To love an Ethiopian is to love the enemies of God. To say that we are Ethiopians is an insult. And is to join ourselves to the enemies of the Most High. You calling yourself an Ethiopian is one of the biggest betrayal to the Most High, who choose you as his people. The Ethiopians wanted to kill the Most High, thought they could kill him. The Most High just send an angel for us mix up them tongue and split them up. You understand? But they did pay for that afterwards though. You know what I mean? Because the Most High, tell you the Most High, you know. Most High, trust me, you don't want to tangle with the Most High. You shouldn't even make that come in your mind. You understand? Yeah, man, you shouldn't even make that come in your mind. But you wanting to make us Ethiopians is wanting us to be the enemies of the Most High. Who chose us? So you see how evil Rastafariism is, brethren? All right, let me not sidetrack too far. All right. No, remember, all right, let me read back this. See? So we're going to break down Cush again. One more time. So this said, and the sons of Am, Cush, and Mizraim, which is Egypt, Foot, I one of them too, and Canaan, Who is Cush? All right. Let us look up the meaning of Cush. Remember, you know, Cush is the father of Nimrod. Nimrod is that stinking Ethiopian, Zin, who thought he could war the Most High. So this is Ethiopia, Cushites. Right. When you say Cushites, Rasta think you talk about Cushites. Them think the heights in I talk about the heights or the events. You know what I mean? Of course, you know not all Rasta believe that still. But it's really just like when I say Canaanite, Israelite, Cushites. You understand? Today is like you're saying, instead of saying America, you say American. Or Jamaica, Jamaican. A person who live in Jamaica is a Jamaican. So a person who lived in Cush or was a son of Cush is a Cushite. So it's an Ethiopian or Cushites. These are the descendants of Cush. These are the brothers and sisters of Nimrod. Ethiopians are the brothers and sisters of Nimrod. The inhabitant of ancient Cush, the region between the first and sixth cataract of the Nile, roughly equivalent to Nubia. Zin? All right? Now I'm going to read all of that. We'll skip through. We just want to break that down and show you. Say, you know what I mean? Don't so quick for run go to the Africans, them brethren. Just stop for a moment. You know what I mean? Ask some question, link the I.S.U.P.K, find out what really are going. Because we are not Africans. You know what I mean? We are not the Africans. You understand? Yeah, man. All right. All right, what we are going to? 1 second. 1 second. All right. All right, so we're going to tie in now. Oh, Nimrod is the father of Christmas. So this is evil and two folds. See? Two folds worth of evil. You celebrating Christmas is you celebrating this filthy, disgusting Ethiopian Cushite who wanted to war the Most High, who think he could kill God, named Nimrod. And you in the Rastafari community telling us that we are Ethiopians and we should go back to Ethiopia and love Ethiopia. You know what I mean? Is you making us the enemies of the Most High when we, on the other hand, have a covenant with the Most High? How is that now? How we leave from being a people that has a covenant with the Most High to aligning ourselves to a people who wanted to kill the Most, who thought they, me not like say wanted to kill the Most High, because it is unfathomable. A people who were so stupid that them think them could war the Most High. Yes, all right. This is why we're going to beat the Rastafari community bad, you know. Because to be a Rasta, spiritually, is to hate the Most High, you know. Is to hate God, you know. That is the spirit behind Rastafariism, you know. You can't love God and love Rastafariism, you know. Because Rastafariism is the worship of this filthy Ethiopian called Selassie as God. So you swap, oh my word, so you swap out the Most High for your Ethiopian, and in time past the Ethiopians wanted to kill the Most High. Oh, that. I even like say wanted to kill the Most High because that is unfathomable. But they were so dumb. So guess what I go on now? You see Rasta. You see the Rasta thing right now. It is as evil as Christianity. Rasta no different from, we used to say, Christianity is the greater both evil. But now when you look upon it, brethren, Rasta is a terrible thing, you know. All right, so we're going to show you now where Nimrod is the father of Christmas. See? All right, so this is Nimrod, the Lord of Christmas. Listen, this is the tale behind Christmas, right? So we just break down who Nimrod is. Zane, we just break down who Nimrod is. Zane, now we are going to tell you how Nimrod is associated with Christmas, right? Nimrod started the great organized worldly apostasy from God. So the history knows who Nimrod is. This man who think him could war God. And twofold, it is so evil to be a Rasta, and it is evil to celebrate Christmas. All right. Which leads me to the next point. You celebrating Christmas, brethren, is so evil. Don't say it's about the kids. It's not about the children. It can't be about the children when the man who is the father of Christmas thought he could fight the Most High. The same Most High. Hold on, man. Watch on, man. The same Most High where you pray to, where you claim you pray to for prosperity for next year. How that work? So you celebrate Christmas, which is the celebration of this man who wanted to fight the God where you think you pray to, where you ask for prosperity for next year and good health and strength. How that work? You don't have no excuse, you know. There's no celebration of Christmas, you know. All right. If you not hear my voice right now, I want to celebrate Christmas. Sorry for you, know. Sorry for you, man. If you make your children celebrate Christmas this year, after a year when we just say, sorry for you. Nimrod wanted to fight the Most High, and you celebrate a holiday in tribute to this man, and then you want better for next year. No, man, next year I have a curse, man. And that is why so much evil take place on Christmas or during the Christmas time. See? All right, let me read. Nimrod started the great organized worldly apostasy from God that has dominated the world until now. Even to this day, Nimrod school of thought still in the minds of, you know what I mean, people. See? Nimrod married his own mother. Nimrod married his own mother. See, this is the father of Christmas, you know, the same man who think him could award the Most High. This Ethiopian, this Cushite, who ruled, you know what I mean, the first Babylon. It's so deep, brethren, there's no end. This Ethiopian who ruled the first Babylon, which is Ethiopia, wanted to fight the Most High. See? Is the father of Christmas. You can't make up this, you know. You can't make up this, brethren. You understand? And Bertram said, we can't even look at God. So how them want to fight him? That is the pride when Nimrod did have. This filthy Ethiopian. Let me continue reading. See? So it says, Nimrod married his own mother, whose name was Semiramis, or Semiramis, or Ishtar, which is Easter. And again, all right. This is why we in the I.S.U.P.K, we can't allow our people to just go about doing whatever they want. This is why we speak out. You understand? This is why you hear we attack and we abund the Rastafari community and we think we are look trouble. These religious organizations, them are put in at odds with God, with the Most High. And you don't even know, and you wonder why you not go through so much problem in our life. The Christian church, brethren, push this Christmas as if, you know what I mean? Not as if, they push it as the birth of Jesus. When all it is the birth of this man named Nimrod, who think him could have fight the Most High. Me now go stop emphasize that. The Rastafari community have to go own this now. Say they are the religion, you know what I mean, supporting the people who wanted to fight the Creator. That is Rastafariism. Rastafariism is the religion of the people who wanted to fight the Most High. Them have to go own that, brother. Let me continue reading. See? So it said, he married his own mother, Semiramis, after Nimrod dead. See? Let me read it properly. After Nimrod's death, his so-called mother / wife, or dash wife, Semiramis, propagated the evil doctrine of the survival of Nimrod as a spirit being. Right? She claimed a full-grown evergreen tree sprang overnight from a dead tree stump. Listen, evergreen tree, that is that Christmas tree. Listen, which symbolize the springing forth unto new life. So she had tried to give it meaning. But all this bitch was trying to do, brother, was regain the power, because Nimrod, who everybody fear, him dead. No, them would have just killed she. So what she said, she make up a story, because the world is so superstitious. And your superstition, it will you down too. See? She make up a story, say, Nimrod spirit in a one evergreen tree will spring up overnight. That is the Christmas tree. See? Which symbolize the springing forth unto new life of the dead Nimrod. On each anniversary of his birth, she claimed Nimrod would visit the evergreen tree and leave gift upon it. That is where you get the Christmas presents them from. From this disgusting Ethiopian Cushite Nimrod, who think him could have fight the Most High, who wanted to build a tower in the land of Babylon / Ethiopia to go and fight the Most High, because him say him no want the Most High flood the earth again. This is the God that the Christian church and the Rastafari community promote. The Rastafari community promote it when them say we are Ethiopians. The Christian church promote it by pushing Christmas. I think Nimrod is the most evilest fake God ever to exist on the face of the earth. You know? From the Tower of Babel, this man still exists in a rude boy. To this day, kept alive by so many different religions and group of people and civilization. And this was the most evilest man upon the face of the earth. Different from the oppressor of the white man. Because this man wanted to fight the Most High, because him claim say him have power now and him no want the Most High flood the earth. Him a rule and him no want lose him rulership. So him no want the Most High flood the earth and him a go avenge him forefathers, because the Most High flood the earth and kill off everybody except him grandfather and him family. This man not even appreciate the fact that him grandparents survived the flood. Let me continue reading. Jane, listen to this. She claimed Nimrod would visit the evergreen tree and leave gifts upon it. December the 25th was the birthday of Nimrod. This is the real origin of the Christmas tree. That is why you put gifts under that Christmas tree. I'm going to reiterate. If you make your children celebrate Christmas, you are enemy of the Most High, because the man who is the father of Christmas, see, he wanted to fight the Most High. He claimed he wanted to kill the Most High because the Most High flooded the earth. And they made him into a god. that is talking about Nimrod. See? If you make your children, if you celebrate Christmas this year, remember, you are making yourself an enemy to the Most High. You understand? And the Most High is not that God in the Christian church. The Most High has enemies, it tell you. The Most High in the Bible, him have enemies and him go to war. Him send curses and him send him angels to do a lot of things. That is the reason why our people in the condition that we are in. Because we want to celebrate all these heathen customs that the Most High said we should not celebrate because we are his people. Thus joining ourselves to his enemies. And now you understand why the Most High never want to deal with those other people. Because imagine, him choose we as his chosen people. And you want to go join with the people them who did want to fight him, who thinking of them peanut brain. So them could have fight him. Then you suffer like them. As a matter of fact, them rise above you. And you suffer. Because you must not have no sense. Come out of the Christian church. Pronto, like your life depend on it. Right now, like your life depend on it. Because your life depend on it. I'm tired to say this. Come out of the Christian church because your life depends on you leaving out of that church. You hear me? I tell you. Come out of the Rastafari community. And now you see now. Now I want to see why. All right, car. Yo, hey, I saw me know the most time at the I.S.U.P.K, you know. Because me get up and me just a bash the Rastafari community and the captain, you know what I mean? I say, yo, good work. You see, but me don't know why me go so hard at the Rastafari community, you know. Me just say, yo, me go at them. See? But now when you look at it, the Rastafari community and the Christian church and work hand in hand to work, glorify them filthy Eden. Yeah. We feel like them could have fight the Most High, fight our God. Literally our God, our power. That is how you know the Most High in the UPK. You understand? As me saying a rude boy, yo, we not stop till the Rastafari community and the Christian church is no more. And we not go to violence with nobody, you know. We are going to educate to people and we're going to bring out the truth and show you what these religions really about. We not going to stop bringing it out, brother. You notice, all right, pre this. Sunday gone, we're supposed to have a debate with this weeded, this big fool boy on the internet, on TikTok, who claim he's some kind of knowledgeable Rasta. Of course, we would have rather have a debate with one of his leaders. See? But this brother keep tagging us in videos. So we say, all right, let's sit and have a debate. See? We comment on that one of him video where him tag we and say, well, I think I one of the videos where him tag we now. See? And say, let us have a debate. Here's a number. Give us a call. Let us arrange a debate. He said he would be, you know what I mean, available to have the debate the previous Sunday. Not the one we're gone. See, this boy named Lion Youth, to the tag him. Tag him. Lion Youth. He's a lion youth. The man a lion, him a lion. See? So this brother, see? This brother did not call the number so that we could arrange the debate. I guess he thought we would have make him join the live and have this big argument. No, we're talking a literal debate with information. Bring your source and we bring our source. So he did not call the number. So we never reach back out to him. We never link him and say, "Why go on or you not call me?" We just figure say more likely this brother you one joker. This big fool boy put up a video talk about we are run. Lion you, that big fool, weeded Rasta, dummy. Zin? Talk about we are run. And to make it even worse, this brother put up a video that is so evil of a pedophile named Brother Polite who raped a 14-year-old, his stepdaughter. That is facts. That is on the books. This pedophile accusing some fake Hebrew Israelite of pedophilia, claiming this big fool boy now named Lion Youth, claiming that Hebrew Israelite group was the ISUPK. That's why we say we are not affiliated with any Hebrew Israelite organization. But he's so stupid that he used a pedophile Zin to try discredit the ISUPK, saying that we believe in pedophilia, and was so off. As a matter of fact, by him trying to say that we believe in pedophilia, him align himself to a pedophile. This big fool boy, so me do a video, you understand, and correct him, and this big idiot still have the video up to this day, and he acknowledged that what we said was right. A liar youth him name, man, and a lion youth. Liar youth. See? No! He finally called us, and we were in the midst of arranging the debate, the format and everything. These are your Rastafarians, them where y'all listen to, you know, the weeded them want to listen to, you know. See? And this big idiot call link me. And I say, him can't do the debate, he's not prepared. When him realize it's a real debate with information, facts, him not prepared, him back out of the debate. That them people don't learn Rastafariism from. You understand? By default, him lose. Because him agree for the debate. I mean, if Argentina and France was booked for the World Cup final, Zin, and Argentina, you know what I mean, draw out, withdrew, say they are not prepared. France win the World Cup. You understand? So that Rastafari idiot, him lost the debate. We tell him, say, I'm going to take that earlier. But now make him forget this. You know what I mean? And worse, you come up against the ISUPK, accusing the ISUPK of some filthiness like pedophilia. No, man, you're going to take that earlier, youth. We are going even harder upon the Rastafari community. You make it worse for the Rastafari community. Because you're a liar. You understand? So far, nobody brave enough to stand up against the ISUPK. This brother say more to do the debate in January. All right, January it is. See? All right, let me continue reading. Slakia. All right, so that is it on Nimrod. Another thing about Nimrod that is not mentioned in this article, I wonder if I have it nearby. I don't have it nearby. See? So I just break it down for you. What Semiramis or Semiramis' Nimrod wife / mother used to do as well is tell the people them say, if they don't bring gifts and put it under the tree, the evergreen tree, that Nimrod spirit will come and cut off them head and put it on the tree. See? And that is where you get the Christmas tree decorations from, the Christmas balls where you put on the tree. It represents the head of the people who used to cut off and put on the tree, because of course Nimrod never used to go and cut off nobody's head because Nimrod was dead. But Semiramis used to send our soldier them who never bring gold and silver and tribute to her. Slakia. She sent her soldier them for cut off them head and hang it up on the tree. And people would pass by and see it and say, wow, Nimrod spirit cut off the people them head and put it on the tree. But we have a scripture, you know what I mean, from the time of Jeremiah, see, where the Most High told us not to be afraid of that Christmas tree. You know what I mean? And if it wasn't for the ISUPK and the commanding general, YAHANNA, you wouldn't even understand these scriptures. Your Christian church, don't even read this. This is about the Christmas tree in the Bible. You understand? In the Bible. Brother, just call the number. If a class you want to come, I'm Jason, call the number. See? We arrange a debate. No DM business. You call the number, we arrange a debate, and we get it done. First and foremost, you have to be somebody even worked. You can't just be a random weeded. Because, of course, the I.S.U.P.K, you know what I mean? We are an high class, brother. See? All right. Tell me who is your Rastafarian teacher, or if you are a Rastafarian teacher, you will prove for that. Because right now, we don't have time for liar youth and, you know what I mean, and weedheads. You understand? We don't have no time for that, brother. See? All right, so this is the book of, 1 second. This is the book of Jeremiah chapter 10 and verse 2, and it said, Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven. Right. Don't learn the customs of the heathens. Don't be dismayed at the signs of heaven. Don't worship the sun, you know what I mean, because of, you know what I mean, and Saturn because of Saturnalia. You understand? Which comes from the worship of Nimrod, which eventually became Christmas. Don't be dismayed at the signs of heaven. You know what I mean? Like the heathens, because the heathens, like what I say now, for the heathens are dismayed at them. Right, the heathens are dismayed at the signs of heaven. We don't get worried about what is in the sky and worship the stars and the moon and them things. We don't do that. We know that our God, our power, He created all of that. All right, brother. No debate, bro. I realize we singing a similar song. All right. If we are singing a similar song, Jason, then see if we are singing a similar song, you heard the I.S.U.P.K teaching somewhere. You understand? So what you need to do is come learn the song properly. You know what I mean? So you can properly rendition the song. Not rendition. As a matter of fact, call the number like I say. You know what I mean? Come in classes. If you want to be a part of the school, you know what I mean? Call the number. Whatever you learn about what I am saying, where you learn it from somebody, person, where you learn it from us. It's just you going around in a circle. You know what I mean? I don't mean to be disrespectful to you, brother. Zin, but me just tell you what I go on. Zin? Yeah, man. So it's a full circle. We are teach. We've been the I.S.U.P.K and the command in general, YAHANNA has been teaching for years from 1969. It's in the bio. Just check the bio of this page. Just click the logo, Zin, and you will see a number. Zin, call the local one. And make it be known that you want to be a part, if you want to be a part of the school, you know what I mean, or you want to attend classes, you know what I mean, just call the numbers in. Yeah, man. So the I.S.U.P.K has been about from 1969, and enough of the things them we hear it from somebody who learned it from the I.S.U.P.K. You understand? If you ever heard that Jesus was black, that came from the I.S.U.P.K. If you ever heard that, you know what I mean, Joseph was Jesus' father, you learn it from the I.S.U.P.K. If you ever hear that he had ear of wool, you learn that from the I.S.U.P.K. You understand? Yeah, man, man, it's just that we are, what do I call it? Nobody wants us to get the spotlight, because if we ever get the spotlight, it's done. You understand? It's done. If we ever get the chance to wake up with people, it's done, brother. Freedom at last. You understand? So the oppressor make it him effort to hide the I.S.U.P.K. You understand? You don't see us on news Even though we are so radical and we say God I go kill the white man, you know, see the oppressor put us on news and say these brothers are evil. They are saying the white man is the devil the Bible speak of. They don't even want to give us bad publicity. Because as I say, if we ever get the spotlight, it's done. You understand? Jesus, yeah, YAHANNA is his real name. He exists. He's our king. He's a black man. You understand? Let me continue to read this. We are talking about the Christmas tree in the Bible. See? So it said, thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen. This is Jeremiah 10 and verse 2. And be dismayed at the signs of heaven. Don't celebrate Saturnalia, which is Christmas, which is really the worship of Saturn, Nimrod, the sun, one bag of foolishness. See? For the heathen are dismayed at them, right? The oppressors, the Africans, you know what I mean? The Moabites, the Chinese, they are dismayed at that. We know say God real. We now worship no star and no moon and no sun like the Egyptians. We know say God make them. We know them that have life in them. The star don't have life. Why would you worship something that its only purpose is to give light? Who created that? That is who we worship, the God of Israel, not the God of Christianity. Not the God of Christianity, because the God of Christianity is not the God of Israel. It's not the God in the Bible. The God of Christianity is not the God in the Bible. Nimrod is the God of Christianity because them teach about Christmas. You understand? Which is the worship of Nimrod. Zin, let me continue reading verse 3. For the custom of the people are vain. For one cutteth a tree out of the forest. Talking about that Christmas tree, that evergreen tree. The same evergreen tree that Semiramis claimed that Nimrod sprung up. You know what I mean? That sprung up when Nimrod's spirit went into the log. The same tree. So here you have evidence of it throughout history. This was in the time of Jeremiah when we were in the Babylonian captivity. See? And the Babylonians were heavy in this, worshiping this Christmas tree because of their, you know what I mean, history with Nimrod. Which we tell you that ancient Ethiopia is ancient Babylon, or ancient Cush, which Nimrod was the son of Cush. It's all one in the same. So no come tell me nothing about no Ethiopia. Ethiopia is Babylon. If you are born Babylon, born Ethiopia. See? So it said, for one cutteth the tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workman with the axe. Right. That is how them cut down the Christmas tree. Come to find out here in Jamaica, some Rasta is growing Christmas tree for sale. Imagine that. Anyway, verse 4. They deck it with silver and gold. Right. That is a Christmas decoration where you put on the tree. Decking this tree when them cut out of the forest with silver and gold. You understand? They fasten it with nail. Of course, today you put it in a pan and put cement in the pan to make it stand up. But in this time, them used to nail it to the ground. That is a Christmas tree. You understand? Let me continue reading. So that that it move not. Right. So them fasten it to the ground so that it don't move. See? They are upright as the palm tree, but speak not. So the most I make you know say, look, even though them upright, just like our palm tree would be upright. See? Them can't talk. What is he referring to? The fact that the rumor was that Nimrod's spirit was in that tree. That is the Christmas spirit, you know. That is a Christmas spirit. But it can't talk. Semiramis only claimed that Nimrod's spirit was in the tree. You understand? And if you did not bring gifts to that tree, your head would be cut off and put on that tree. That is the Christmas decoration. See? But the most I make you know say, yo, it can't talk, Bridging, the tree now in a life. See? They must need be born, meaning you have to carry around the tree. Why you fear the tree? Why are you afraid of the Christmas tree? Of course, we know that nobody is afraid of the Christmas tree today, but back in time past, they were dreaded of this Christmas tree because they thought that if they did not bring gifts under this tree, their head would be cut off in the middle of the night. Fairy tale. Dopey story. Let me continue reading. Zane, because they cannot go, the tree can't move. Nimrod dead thousands of years ago. You understand? Be not afraid of them. Why the Most High said, be not afraid of them? Don't be afraid of the Christmas tree because there is no such thing as a spirit in the tree where will come cut off your head if you don't put gifts under the tree. I will say to you now, don't be afraid of not celebrating Christmas. Then make your child go without a Christmas gift. Buy them a present sometime, some other time. Why you are going to serve, you know what I mean, this idol, this Christmas, you know what I mean, idolatry, which is only the commemoration of this man called Nimrod. And for those who just are forward, Nimrod I brought down was the man who think him could have killed God. You celebrate Christmas, you are celebrating the man that thought he could kill God, the same God who you pray for bless you and keep you in good health. You are making yourself an enemy to the Most High. Next year I go curse. As is every year after you celebrate Christmas. Always curse and always full of problem. Because you have a covenant to the Most High as the children of Israel. How can you join yourself in worshiping a custom that represents a man who wanted to war your God? Oh, that make no sense. You're making yourself a traitor to the Most High if you celebrate Christmas. And if you make your children go to that Christmas party, that Christmas event, your child might not come home back. You understand? You don't understand how evil them thing is, virgin, when I partake in. And why the Most High used to say, if a man worship an next God, stone him to death. All of this come from Nimrod. And other stupidities we get our people to turn off to the left and go off in some filthy lifestyle. And we know that, you know what I mean, ancient Christmas or Saturnalia used to be filled with, you know what I mean, orgies, which is what our people do today. Involve themselves in a one bag of sexual orgies and drunkenness. And you do all of that in the celebration of this wicked African, Ethiopian, Babylonian who thought he could kill God because he claimed that God flood the earth and he never want God flood the earth again because he had so much power and he never want to lose his power. He had power over the people because he rule, not power like magic. He became so great that he don't want to lose his power. So him tell the people them to turn from the Most High. I want to build this tower for go up in the heavens that in stupidity. Think him could have go up at heaven and fight the Most High. That is Christmas. And that is Rastafariism when you try to link with to Ethiopia. Ethiopia is the people of Nimrod. That is Nimrod's people, the Ethiopians. We are not no stinking Ethiopians. We are the children of Israel. The Ethiopians are the people who wanted to fight God. We are the children of the Most High, the God who the Ethiopians wanted to fight. We are this God chosen people. The Ethiopians are his enemies. Which lead me to my next scripture. You know what I mean? Hold on, before I jump to that. Hold on, let me just sidebar. I'll jump to the scripture. Ye Ethiopians also. Want to know it? Want to know it? This is why the Most High said, this is one of the reasons why. Because the Ethiopians at one time came up against us. You know what I mean? When we were at our lowest. And for those who want to say that Ethiopians and Israel are the same, stop the foolishness. Stop the foolishness. The Ethiopians came up against the children of Israel to war them. How would you be the same people if you try to war them? If you try to war us, how are we the same people? When it clearly tells us that the Ethiopians try to, you know what I mean, come up against us with the Egyptians. Ethiopians don't have no link to the throne of Solomon. They are heathens. They are the people of Nimrod. And they are so treacherous, them wicked, them come like the Jewish man to me now. The Jewish man tried to steal our identity, and the Ethiopians tried to steal our identity, claiming that they are from the lineage of Solomon and that they are Falasha Jews. Lies. This is Zephaniah 2:12, and it says, ye Ethiopians also, ye shall be slain by my sword. And the Most High make that clear. Him there no dealings with the Ethiopian. Stop linking with Ethiopia. Sashamani land is not our land. Our people need to come from out of, left everything we want to have in a Sashamani land. Leave it. The Rastafari community persuaded you that that was the land of some kind of promised land. You went over there. The Ethiopians them kill you, oppress you, lock you up, and you have to run left everything we want to build over there. So. Leave out of Sashamani land, left Ethiopia, and trim off that thing by your head board. That is not lax. Stop follow them stupid idiots here. That is not lax. Those are Shivajitas. Are dreads. Samson never wear them something there. You understand? All right, so let me jump to the book of Amos now. Zin. And we have to reiterate this in my youth, because here our people will love. If it sound good, we love it. It just have to sound good. You know, like a girl where, you know what I mean, you give her 2 lyrics and it sound good. It makes you laugh. And it makes you blush. She love you after that, you know. She love you after that. That is our people. It no matter if it's true or false. From you say it and it sound good, them run to it. And them don't want to let it go. Even when them find out, say, yo, it's a lie, them don't want to let it go. We tell the people, them say, yo, the Christian church is the house of Satan, it not teach the Bible. Them promote Nimrod in a Christmas. Them don't teach us a Israelite. Them don't teach us a Jesus black. Them still let each up in the Christian church. We tell the Rastafari community, say, yo, we are the Israelites. Not only do they agree, but them still in a Rastafariism. Sizzla Kalonji is one prime example. Go on stage and say, we are the Hebrew Israelites. Then if we are the Hebrew Israelites, we can't be the Ethiopians. If we are the Hebrew Israelites, we can't be the Ethiopians. Are you saying that everybody is everybody? So that means that the white man is African then. Since you don't love Africa, the white man is African then. There's no difference between people, but you now go say the white man is African because you pick and choose. Well, guess what? We are not Ethiopians. We are not Africans neither. You understand? All right. This is the book of Amos chapter 5 and 21. See? And it says, I despise your feast days. Talking about all the feast days where we celebrate over here in this captivity. Christmas, Easter, Valentine's Day, where we cook feast and we feast. The most time I depend on that. Most time I in that, brother. See? And I will not smell in your soul them assemblies. Meaning when you come together, I would nice food, on cook, you know what I mean, on disgusting ham, on pork. The most time I want to smell that. Zin, verse 22. Though ye offer me burnt offerings and your meat offerings. So all when you cook on a Christmas dinner, on a meat offering, I will not accept them. The Most High not depend that. Only for celebrate him enemy, Nimrod, who thought him could war the Most High. And then I cook food and I say the Most High if accept it. The Most High going to curse you for next year. Next year you go broke. Next year you not going to have no money. Next year you can't go pay your bills if you celebrate Christmas. You show the Most High say you're against him when you celebrate Christmas. You can't emphasize it enough. You understand? Neither will I regard the peace offering of your fat beasts. Right? So when you come with this big, you know what I mean, worm infested Christmas ham, I want the chicken. I want to say, God bless this food and the Most I have a beat on for next year. And I go, hey, the man I go make sure so I want to feel it next year, see man. I want to stop it, man. And I children of Israel, man. I see them foolishness who used to go on with all Moses. And I see Uno. Uno, man. Just looking at a book and see how them behave. Uno. Stop it, man. Come out of them stupidity and come to the Most High laws, man. Keep him there. Stop nyam pork. Stop celebrate Christmas. Any holiday where your oppressor give you, Virgin, should that be a red flag. So, all right. Me can kidnap you. All right. Just imagine somebody kidnap you. See? And after them kidnap you, them tell you, say, all right, them kidnap you. I'm putting it right way. See? Them kidnap you, you know. And after them kidnap you and free you. So, we know we're not free, no. See? Them free you. Them say, hey, remember my birthday. Of course, we don't celebrate birthday, you know. But that equivalent to somebody I say, yo, them kidnap you, and then after them free you, them say, yo, remember to bring something for my birthday, you know. Or remember to bring something for my anniversary, you know. That you do when you celebrate Christmas. Your oppressor kidnap you, enslave you, murder your 4 parents, rape your 4 parents, sodomize your grandfather them. See? And then tell you to celebrate Christmas and you run up and down and a gallivant like blasted idiot. Come on, man. You should have said, where we get Christmas from? And you should be offended at Christmas and even more offended at the Christian church for promoting Christmas and claiming to be the house of God. In slavery time, Zin, you was the Christmas present. And while you sing jingle bell, Zin, jingle bell was you. You was the jingle bell. You was the jingle bell. Them used to put a bell around your neck that make a noise so that whenever you run away, it signal the dogs them. So you could get easily caught. A you name jingle bell. What the hell you not teaching the children about jingle bell, jingle, Virgin? We need for wake up as a people in a Virgin. We implore, we not stop imploring. We go hard at the Rastafari community. Not because we are no troublemaker, Virgin. We are no troublemaker. We go hard at the Christian church. Not because we are troublemaker. We are not no troublemaker. It's because we see the condition on here. And you need for wake up. You need for wake up, Virgin, and we are trying waking up. Call the number, man. You see? Call the number. Come in a class, come to classes, no make the New Year's, which is not the New Year's, you know, but we just use it for your explanation. Don't make 2013 catch up and you're done in class. World War III kick off already. You don't know what next year. All right. Me know what next year I'm going to bring, you know. Next year going to be more inflation, more poverty, more joblessness, probably famine, probably drought, more likely nuclear war. Hopefully, don't know, don't sure. Then the I.S.U.P.K and the command in general, YAHANNA, has been telling you about this third world war. You understand? And the world war in the Bible. We can't get into that right now. Then, sorry for sidetrack. Then, there's so much thing that we tell our people, Virgin. Yo, and it'll come to pass. You understand? The prophets are the most high. The same prophets were only used to stone. You know what I mean? In time past. You know the I.S.U.P.K. We're not going to stone with this time. And we're not stoning business now going to take place this time. We're not going to listen. We're not going to hear it. You understand? Because now, you trust me, your life depends on it much more than ever. You're living at the worst time in history and you don't even know. There has never been a time worse than this. Can't emphasize it enough. Forward. All right. Let me continue reading. Verse 23. Take away from me the noise of thy songs. The Most High no want hear on a jingle bell, jingle bell. Him no want hear on a silent night. Him no want hear on a, you know what I mean? You know, where the Mariah Carey go again. All I want for Christmas, him don't want hear it. All Rasta have Christmas song. The Most High no want hear it. That is more, all right. By this point, you get to understand, so the Most High is angry. Very furious at Christmas. Furious. Now, if the Most High furious at Christmas, see, what am I going to do to the people who celebrate it? His people who celebrate it. What am I going to do to you? What the Most High going to do to your children if you celebrate Christmas? Think about it and withdraw your family from that. Just withdraw your family from this, all of this foolishness what we learn over here, so, and come to the truth. Learn the truth. You understand? Learn the truth. Learn how to properly serve the Most High. Come out of the Christian church. Come out of the Rastafari community. You understand? Learn the truth, brother. And do the right thing. A long time we are suffer over here, so, you know. We grandparents, them a tell you about sufferation, you know, we come see it, you know. You know what the sufferation for end? The only reason why we suffer is because we turn from God. We are the people where the book are talk about. Our people. Our foreparents, them. We have a covenant to the Most High where we can't go wrong. We have to keep it. Come back to it. Come back to that now. You're going to slavery because you break the Most High laws. All right. Slavery is about to be up. World War III come, the white man are going to fall off him throne. See? New rulership are forward. Your people are going to rule now. Fix yourself. Come back to your history. Come back to the culture that they stole from you. See? Fix it. You understand? Get it done. There's not much left of this world. Yeah. When I say world, I mean this. A world is basically, you know what I mean? A society. Like this world is the white man's world, the oppressor world. It'll come to an end. This system. It'll come to a quick end. Vladimir Putin, China, all of them are going to make sure of that. Don't get your hopes up in this world. Try be a part of the one that is to come, which is your people being in rulership, the children of Israel. Try be a part of that. But you can't bring the Christian church and the Rastafari community with you. Meaning, you can't bring Rasta into the kingdom. Because you're going to serve one God and one God only. And that is the God of Israel, Yahweh. You understand? And you can't go around it. It's either you come, either you be a part of it, or why? The nuclear warrior. That's rough. That's rough, man. A long time we have watched show and it show you what go on a nuclear war, you know. Inevitable. At the most time them create them nuclear bomb there. Don't think the white man is you know what I mean? Him love create weapons, but at the most time he can create that. You understand? Them are going to use it. Because the most time why them use it. What you are going to do? What Jamaica are going to do? Eh? What you are going to do? The war, they at a peak right now. At any moment, them are look for somebody fire a nuclear bomb. You get ready to celebrate Christmas. How that? Christmas. Come out of that, man. Come to the I.S.U.P.K. Learn. All right, we know we look terrible, you know. But yo, the Christian pastor, them don't love you. We love you. The Rastafari community don't love you enough to tell you that, you know what I mean, you must not smoke weed. Matter of fact, them can't get off of weed. We can help you fight that weed demon where you are fight. You try fight that weed demon, can't stop smoke weed. Well, guess what? You have experts in here who have, you know what I mean, who are experts in fighting those demons. You understand? We know for fight demons. Because we have defeated them. We stop smoke weed. We stop commit sin. You can't stop too. You understand? We there to help you. But we have to talk. We never talk to you sweet like the Christian church every time. We do, you know what I mean? Our people with turban, you know, man. But you can clearly see the Christian church and the Rastafari community based on how them deal with, you know. Say, they might try to deceive, you know. We are telling you the truth. We are not an enemy because we're telling you the truth. That's forward, man. Call the number, don't make 2023 catch, you know. You don't know if 2000, Bridging, as me say, no, it will be an interesting year, you know, 2023, you know. Of course, we here in I.S.U.P.K, we don't fret when we hear about World War. It we are pray for. We pray for it. We pray for nuclear destruction because we know that is all that is part of our freedom. Because we can't fight the oppressor. We are under him for 400 years and know him rule the earth and have nuclear bomb. We can't come against that. We have to just hope say him go to war with himself with nuclear bombs. You understand? I.S.U.P.K, DC, Shalom, Yahba Hashem, Yahshai, Barakatha, Barakatham. You understand? Yeah, man. Slacky, I don't know if you walk join the live and just, you know what I mean, you know what I mean, just put in your piece in Christmas, because we are dealing with the Christmas thing. We are telling them how evil Christmas is. Oh, Barack, Officer Barack, you want to come in and tell them a little bit about Christmas? How evil it is? Let me know other one. All right. So, cancer. You understand? Yeah, man. So, come out of that Christmas, that Christmas spirit, man. That Christmas spirit is the worship of Nimrod, brethren. You understand? Slakia, sir. Me so done the class, you know. So, all right. If you come on by, if me not done by 5 minutes, cancer. I will hold up the class until you forward in, so you can, you know what I mean, teach our people a little thing, you know. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So come out of the Christmas spirit, the brethren. You understand? It's evil. Christmas is evil, brethren. And you don't have any idea how evil Christmas is, brethren. And we are break it down. And the Christian church is doubly evil because them promote it. And then now them tell us, say, yo, them is the house of God. No such thing. You understand? All right. Oh, I move to next. See? 1 sec. All right, we're gonna read the article on thing there. We're gonna read the article on jingle. Well, it basically I tell you about the bells that them used to put around my neck. You know what I mean? To prevent us from escaping. You understand? See? 1 second. Right. So this is slave collar with bells. This is the jingle bells. I now can see it. All right, let me spin around the camera. See? Showing the way it look like. See? All right, this is it. That is the jingle bell. That is where you sing every year when it come around to Christmas. You understand? Jingle bell, jingle bell. That is what them used to put on our necks. You understand? That is where that song was inspired by. That is what that song was inspired by. That is the jingle bell. You understand? See? See? It said, this color with bell would have been used to detect attempt escape by a slave that had previously tried to win his or her freedom by running away. So if you run away before, you understand, or if you were a runaway slave before, see, and them catch you, they would have put the jingle bell around your neck. You understand? So that this time when you try to run away, you understand, it can sound an alarm so that the dogs them can come and, you know what I mean, run you down and catch you before you reach far. Because you can't go too far with the jingle bell by your neck. You understand? So why you celebrate Christmas? Why you sing jingle bell when you wear the jingle bell? Is the question. You understand? All right, now go and wait for I.S.U.P.K DC forward. You know what I mean? It's a 5 minutes. All right. So in the meanwhile, just stop up the screen. You understand? Just stop up the screen. Share around. You know what I mean? Tag your Rastafari brethren. Next time you see a Rastafari brethren, you tell him, say, look, brethren, I don't want to hear nothing more about Ethiopia. I don't want to hear nothing more about Ethiopia, brethren. Ethiopia is Babylon. You born Babylon, but you don't born Ethiopia. See? And tell your Christian pastor, say, you can't teach me nothing about Christmas. You understand? Because Christmas is the worship of Nimrod. And Nimrod was the man who claimed him could fight the Most High, who built the Tower of Babel. Ask a Christian pastor why him have that Christmas tree in him church and him claim to be the house of God. When the inspiration behind that Christmas tree was a man named Nimrod who wanted to fight the God that you claim to serve. You understand? You understand? Ask a Christian pastor that. You know what I mean? Tell your Rastafari brethren or your Rastafari teacher, say, yo, listen, I am not no Ethiopian. Ethiopians are the nation of Nimrod who wanted to fight our God, who was an enemy to our God, the God that we have a covenant with as the children of Israel. You, the Ethiopians that you want to tie us to, them want to war our God. I am not a traitor to my God, so I can't be no Ethiopian. You understand? And I am not no Ethiopian. You understand? Sashidan say we are Israelite. Yes, sis, you're right. We are the Israelite. Shalom, sis. You know what I mean? Make sure you get in class. You understand? Make sure you get in class. Call the number. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So you see how evil them religion is. See? Them religion is very evil, brethren. You understand? All right, so Sassidan says she studied too. All right, Sassidan. I will give you a scripture. Who you study with? Because you can't stay home and study, you know. See? You have to be taught. All right, if anybody have no questions, just type it in. You know what the thing go. In. I'll read a scripture to you. Sassidan. This is the book of 2 Peter 1 and 20, and it says, knowing this first, that no prophecy of the scripture is of any private interpretation. So, you know what I mean? You can't stay home in a Sassidan. You know what I mean? You can't watch this Hebrew Israelite group, that Hebrew Israelite group, that Hebrew Israelite group, and stay home and know a million precepts. You know what I mean? And think you have the truth. You have to be in the body of Christ, which is the I.S.U.P.K. You understand? Which this all started with the I.S.U.P.K. So you can't stay home knowing that you're an Israelite and just being this private Israelite. You know what I mean? Come in at your truth. Forward. You understand? Make sure you pay your tithes. You know what I mean? You understand? So do the right thing, Sassidan. Zane, you know a thing already. All right. Anybody have no question, just, you know what I mean, can go and type in a question till Officer Barack forward. You know what I mean? Mighty warrior and the I.S.U.P.K and a commanding general, YAHANNA. You know what I mean? Hopefully him find the headpiece and forward car. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So Sassidan, remember here, call the number in the comment section. Not the comment section, the bio at this page. Get a call, come to class. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. And don't celebrate no Christmas. All right. No questions? All right. Just go and wait a little bit. See if Officer Barack forward. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? During them time in a slavery, we were the jingle bells. We were the Christmas presents. You know what I mean? One oppressor would give you as a gift to another oppressor. All right, Sassidan say, I know better than to celebrate Christmas. Yeah, man, big up, sis. You know what I mean? So now do the right thing and call the number. See? Yeah, man. All right, so during the time of slavery, you would be that Christmas gift, but you rehearse the evil acts of the oppressor. You know what I mean? And you introduce it to your children. And you continue the traditions of heathens and your slave master. You know what I mean? That no make no sense. So now is the time now you come out of that. Come out of the Christian church. Now you know that you are an Israelite. You understand? Now our people know that we are the Israelites. What you do now? You be an Israelite. You live like an Israelite. Firstly, you want to find out, well, how does an Israelite dress supposed to dress? Because Israelites have laws. You understand? For our sisters now, you can't go out and dress like a whore. You understand? Knowing that you're an Israelite and knowing that you're supposed to keep the laws of the Most High, you can't go out there. You know what I mean? One, you can't go out there and be a whore. See? You can't, you know what I mean? You can't dress like a whore. You dress modestly. You dress like a princess. Because that is what you are. You are a princess. You understand? You are royalty. You understand? For our brothers. You know what I mean? You come to the I.S.U.P.K, you learn, you know what I mean? You get back the Hebrew attire. You know what I mean? Our young men wore warlike apparel. These are warlike apparels. You understand? Of course, we don't wear this 24/7. You understand? Because we're in an Esau world. You know what I mean? We're in the oppressor's world. And you know what I mean? Some of our people, You know what I mean? I forgot to a slavery where them have to wear them uniform and thing. Of course, we dress. You know what I mean? We dress like any regular person. See? But come back to the culture to know that this is your culture. War scarf, crowns, and shield, garments. You know what I mean? See? All right. All right. Look like we're now going to have Officer Barack tonight. All right. Shalom, sir. Big up for passing through, though, you know? Yeah, man. One of them there, yeah. Okay, can, sir. May I try send you the invite, but it has said not available. All right, send me an invite, sir. Send me an invite because it look like, yeah, man. Send me an invite. May I try send an invite and it has said I.S.U.P.K. Washington D.C. is unavailable. So see if you can send me a request, Slakia, and then me just accept it. All right, sir. It has said isn't available. I don't know how I go on. TikTok I go on with it shenanigans. Cancer, yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So, love the Christmas business, man. You understand? Come learn your culture. Remember, you know, when them brought us over here in slavery, you know, they bring us over here so naked, you know. See, when they come over here with none of our culture, all we hear them cut off. You understand? And give us new culture. You know what I mean? Give us the Christianity. But them never give us the Bible. Them used to punish us for reading the Bible. See? But as soon as we start look into the Bible and realize, wait, this book now talk about the oppressor, the white man. This is talking about us. You understand? I know it's a big stir across the world now. It's a problem. You know what I mean? See? Yeah, man. So come back to your culture, man. Yeah. Hey, let me tell you something about our culture. All right. We come over here in a slavery and we invent cultures. You see that? We create dancehall, we create reggae. You know what I mean? We create ska, mento, we create the dances, we create slangs, we create style, pattern, everything. We're so skillful at that. It comes natural. See? Our brothers in the United States, the Judites, skill, same way. Our Mexican brothers, same way. Our Puerto Rican brothers, our Haitian brothers, the same quality. And that is why we are in captivity. But you see, our glory, you know, is in the culture that we lost. You understand? Where we are the Israelites. When we come back to that culture, imagine, Virgin, when we come back as the children of the Most High, as the people of God, my youth. Can you imagine? When we're in sync with the Most High again. This what we create over here, so I know nothing, you know, Virgin. And indeed, we did create everything over here, so, you know. From the light bulb to the heart transplant and everything, to the traffic light, we create everything over here, so. See? We create everything. Can you imagine when we're in sync with the Most High, Virgin? Them other nations, they can't keep up with the brother. But we need to take it out of our minds, say the Bible is a fairy tale book. That we need to do. Take that out of our mind. Start take it serious. Say, yo, wait, we the book I talk about. And this is not a fairy tale and no joke. We are the children of Israel. The children of Israel can't celebrate no Christmas. Can't celebrate no fake New Year's. You understand? That is idolatry. Can't celebrate no Valentine's Day, no Easter. If you are the children of Israel, you can't marry no oppressor. You can't be with white, you can't marry white people with sexist marriage. You can't marry the Chinese. You can't marry the Africans. We are not Africans. So lucky, sir. It still I say isn't available. I don't know how I go on. Come like TikTok I try to keep up some foolishness. It has say ISUPK, Washington, D.C. isn't available. I don't know how I go on this. So I don't know if you have to go. Well, you would have must have for the live. No, you're not for the live. Sir, may I wonder if you have for the live? If you think that. Okay, so like yeah. Oh, them black on the from go live. So like yeah, we're at TikTok jail. Yeah, man, the white man is the devil the Bible speak of, man, and him companion the Chinese who own TikTok. So lucky about that, sir. Probably next time then, sir. Well, sir, I'm at the end of the class now still. So I just you me that wait one. So since you now go forward, able for forward, me I go just end the class. But you know what I mean? Shalom, Yahweh, respect for passing through, sir. You see? Probably next class. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Well, the 23rd them say, so you know what I mean? After the band up. You know what I mean? Hey, so lucky, sir. Well, no, me don't know how them no band we yet, you know. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, we don't know how them no ban we yet. You know what I mean? So, why we just hope them no ban we no time soon still. You know what I mean? But shalom, sir. All right. So with that, we're going to close out the class. See? Remember to tap up the screen. You know what I mean? If you have questions, just leave it in the comment section on YouTube. You know what I mean? Also on TikTok, if you don't have questions, you can just put it in the comment section. You know what I mean? On Facebook, same way. You know what I mean? So we're going to head to the ISUPK security announcements. All right, we are the I.S.U.P.K, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General YAHANNA. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or a sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. After 6 months, if a brother or a sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or a sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, you can find this in the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, and Malachi chapter 3, verse 8 to 10, means tenth in the Hebrew, and it's pronounced ma'aishara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the Treasury Department or teacher. All right, so if you want to support I.S.U.P.K, if you want to pay your tithes, just go over to ISUPK.com or ISUPK.org. You know what I mean? The site might be, however, in its refurbishing. So if you don't see that, you know what I mean? Another option is the Zelly. You understand? So you can go to tides at ISUPK.com and Zelly. You understand? And pay your tithes or your donation there. Zin support the truth. You understand? Stop supporting the Christian church. You understand? Paying them to tell you lies. You know what I mean? Paying them to molest your children and, you know what I mean? And teaching you lies. You know what I mean? Instead, support the I.S.U.P.K, support the real priests and prophets of the Most High. You understand? Yeah, man. All right. Free will offering for priests. Not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like to give. Upcoming holy convocation. All right. So we are currently in the feast of Hanukkah, our feast of dedication. So it started Saturday the 17th. You know what I mean? And it goes on for 8 days. See? So the closing, I think, will be on Sunday coming. See? So just log into I.S.U.P.K, find any I.S.U.P.K school. You know what I mean? ISUPK Durham, ISUPK Washington, D.C. You know what I mean? For the closing of the feast. You understand? And just get back in sync with the Most High again. You understand? And allow that Christmas spirit. Put aside that Christmas business. I mean, it is practically in the same period of time. So I guess you have no excuse now to celebrate Christmas. You understand? So put aside Christmas. You can do without Christmas, man. You understand? Celebrate the Most High's holy days. You understand? Yeah, man. All right. So you can find the Feast of Dedication in 1 Maccabees chapter 4, 52 and 6 to 61. Reminding Akiam and Akwatiam to check on social media such as ISUPK.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for ISUPK events and materials. If a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, then he needs to start wearing all black, which includes black boots, shirts, pants, headband, and a scarf. And with that, we say I Marium, which means to stand, Sarawapanya Akwadam, which means turn and face the east. We're going to say the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew and then in English. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kwadash, Ayah, Shamka, Yahweh, Malakwatka, Taba'a, Ratazaka, Ayah, Aisha, Baharataza, Kawa, Ayah, Bashamayam, Nathan Lanawa, Lakam, Kal, Yawam, Wasalak Lanawa, Kawabwat Nawa, Kasalat Nawa, Kawabwat Yanawa, Wala'a, Fabaya Anawa, Banasayawan, Abal, Awashainawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Amalakwat, Wa'ala, Wa'athapara, La'aiwalamyam, Aman, in English, Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, Yahweh. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever so be it. Amen. All right, this is the prayer for the curses. Blessed are you, Yahweh, King of heaven and earth, and all things living. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh, listen to us now, right now. Send evils and curses, and punishment and destruction to the heathen that speak against us, thy prophets, the teachers, the princes, the priests, the Israelite brothers in the school. Send evils and curses, and punishment and destruction to the heathen, and shake loose the treasure of the rich of Israel that refuse to give to the school. Force their riches to enter into thy sanctuary. Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the Edomites and the nations and their drug dealers, the court system, the prison system, Planned Parenthood, all the governments of our enemies, Amalek synagogues and armies, Roman Catholic Church, the Pope, Islam, Christianity, Egyptology, militia, Ku Klux Klan, Aryan Nation, skinheads, Posse Comitazi, the gay movement, the lesbian movement, spies, workers of witchcraft, NASA space program, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Wall Street, open up the internet and the airwaves, the cable access channels, and the radio channels. Convict the spirit of any of thy people that seek to stop us and bring swift destruction to all the heathen that stand in the way or try to stop us from broadcasting your words throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the plagues, cause them to go to and fro through the earth and consume them. Let the plagues shake the house of a thief and the murderer. Let YAHANNA, Michael, and Gabriel come down with the flying saucers and punish all the heathens that come up against us as we speak thy word. Cause it to be known by all that it is the angels that has done it. Cause it to be spread through the media, throughout the whole world. Cause them to shake at thy coming. In the name of YAHANNA. Thank you always, so be it. All right, this is the prayer for the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahweh, Babakosha, Afalanawa, Hakak, Hakak, Larpa'a, Kalmakala, Wakal Marawa, Hakak, Lata'ar, Amatazorayam, Hakak, La'akwayam, Amathiam, Hakak, Irakawat, Atama'ala, Lagarashan, Ba'asham Yahweh, Tuara Aman. In English, Yahweh, in the name of YAHANNA, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out, in the name of YAHANNA. Thank you, so be it. All right, this is a prayer for the blessings to bless Israel. Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahweh, Baraklanawa, Wayasharala, Wa'a, Bayatsapariam, Barak, Rapa'a, Magan, Hagan, Commanding General YAHANNA, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, the young men and the sisters, Ba'asham Yahweh, Tuara Aman. In English, what we said was, Lord, in the name of Jesus, bless us and Israel and the school. Bless, heal, shield, protect our loved ones. In the name of YAHANNA. Thank you, so be it. All right, Sar, which means to turn. We're going to give one courtesy salute. Men of Israel. Amadim Shabbat. Amadim. Barak. Yahweh Ba'asham Yahweh Barakathah. Barakatham. Yalamata. We're going to give one courtesy salute to the sisters, men of Israel. Amadim Shabbat. Amadim. Barak. Yahweh Shamar Alathan Ba'asham Yahweh. Yalamata. Class dismissed. All right, remember, tap up the screen, TikTok, Facebook, share, like, subscribe. Well, not Facebook, subscribe, YouTube and Facebook, follow us. You understand? Follow us on TikTok as well. You know the thing, though. This is I.S.U.P.K. Jamaica. Tomorrow is our law class with I.S.U.P.K, 1,000 Abadawan. You understand? So just keep in tune. He will be live on TikTok. See? Or Las Vegas. Slovakia. Let me see what I go on. See? Yeah, man. So, I.S.U.P.K 1,000 Abadawan will be live tomorrow on TikTok. as well as YouTube. If you really want to see, get the class in its entirety, we're going to go over to YouTube and Facebook, because sometimes we share things, information on the screen, and I mean, I would have wanted to see it, and now I really see it on TikTok still. We don't figure out TikTok that well yet. You understand? Yeah, so, yeah, man. Just go over to the YouTube channel, subscribe, you know what I mean? Find we on I.S.U.P.K Jamaica on Facebook. Follow us, you understand? Also, we're on Twitter as well and Instagram, see? Yeah, man, we're active on this too. You know the thing go. You understand? We just send I.S.U.P.K Las Vegas an invitation. Hopefully them see it. You understand? All right. In the meanwhile, what I'm going to do, I go and play some tune. You understand? If Las Vegas see the thing, that them can just come in. So I go and play some UPK music. See? By the way, I.S.U.P.K put out, you know what I mean, hits. You know what I mean? Yeah, man.
They did the same thing to my people. So that you said that they put millions of my actions. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he's stealing? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right. One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is the door. It's a door. Payback is a door. I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacle set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never our home. Only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe the slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting. The trail of my tears is countless. The fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles are making it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be. Slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cage and safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash. Get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now. You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a door. Payback is a door. Look, ain't no remorse in my blood, Slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember YAHANNA's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in his body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Von Dale. Payback's a bitch in his dress. She a bombshell. Revenge is dish served cold. I just hope they make an oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in a world of mad shooters. There was designed fire for our babies to pass through it. And the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums. One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a